Michael, Shawn, and the TakeOver legends, where nothing's off limits. Free Agent Radio.
Baby, tap in. Tap in.
Tap in. Happy Tuesday. What up, y'all? What's good? Michael, Shawn, and the TakeOver legends. I'm still trying to figure out my TV in Jersey because I think we're supposed to be on right now on YouTube, right?
You should
We're supposed to be on YouTube.
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
We just went live, so yeah, you should be on. Let me see if mine on. Oh yeah, mine is on. My TV working.
Yep.
Let me see if I can get this popping. Yeah, we go.
Why I look like that? It look like it's.
I don't even know. I don't know. It's
Maybe it's just my
pixelating.
screen. Yeah. Oh,
No,
it
it's
is.
pixelated.
Okay.
But when I see it live, it's fine. I don't know what's going on, man.
Hey, the theme is there.
Yeah, it is what it is.
I see what you're saying.
I don't know why it's acting like that because when I'm watching it live, I don't know. Maybe it's a different channel. I don't know. Y'all look crispy when I'm watching it, but then I see it on there and it goes crazy. All right, Michael, Shawn, and TakeOver legends, Jay Black, DJ Cam, Shawnee Scott, Sexy Mo. I'm trying to get everybody on the IG live so we can get this popping because there's a lot to talk about. There's a whole bunch of craziness going on. There's a whole bunch of look. I had a good weekend, so. But then we had verses with Timberland. I just hit the wrong button.
I forgot all about the Timberland and Swiss verses.
Oh Jesus!
Oh, they had a verse. I clearly didn't know about that.
No, they had a verses. They previewed new music. They had songs with Swiss started dropping songs with Jay-Z, Lil Wayne, and doing a whole bunch. And they was drunk as hell, but you know what? You make that much money, go do it. So shout to Swiss, Tim. Did they think for verses? What else did they play? They played a lot of joints off of DMX's. Shout to RIP DMX. They had a lot of promotion for DMX's album, which is out right now, so you can go get it.
Morning, Kathy.
Mm-hmm.
What else? Jay Black, what are you doing here? Procedure date.
No.
Damn, Cav, get out of our business.
It's tomorrow, right?
It's tomorrow, Kat. No,
Tomorrow.
You know what? Thank you for remembering, Kathy. Because people don't remember, and that shows that Kathy cares. So I appreciate that love, Kathy. I tell some people, and they don't even follow up. Yeah. Thank you, Kathy.
I talked about it with you yesterday.
No, I ain't talking about y'all. I'm saying.
I'm just saying.
Wow. Why you taking so?
No, I'm just making sure we all, I talked about it yesterday. I'm just making sure you didn't feel unwanted. That's all.
I'm gonna bring up what you talked about yesterday later on in the show. Yeah, thanks, Mike. Yeah, I bring up.
What did I bring up? What did I talk about yesterday?
We're talking about. Go ahead, it's Tuesday morning.
It's tomorrow, and so I'm not. I'm making oath today. I'm not even arguing with Jay Black over anything because it's really his last day.
Wait,
no, I mean not his last day. Like you're gone. I'm like,
here we go.
I mean to say it like you're gone. No. I mean you're gonna be gone for a few days. Jay thinks he's gonna do major rotator cuff surgery, and he's gonna be back on Thursday. And I'm like, Jay, you're not gonna be here for the week. Like you're gonna at least not be here for the week.
No, I should be good for Thursday.
Okay. Once again, what did I say, y'all? I am not going to debate him over nothing. Okay. If you say you're going to be here on Thursday, we expect you to be here on Thursday.
Mike said, this is my last day on Earth. All right. Thanks, Mike.
I didn't say Earth. I said the last day of the week. No, he said, see you on Monday. That's what I thought was reasonable. See you on Monday.
Tosh said it. She said, you said last day. And that's why she's laughing at you.
Not on Earth. You didn't say that.
What do you mean by this your last day?
On this show.
Hey, you know what, Jay?
Okay.
He said on this show. He getting fired.
Wow. You have a little surgery now. You can't even come back.
Yeah. Matter of fact, Jay, we're moving in a different direction.
We're moving in a different direction.
We're moving in a different direction.
Thank you, Kathy. I appreciate you for real.
And I told you I'm not arguing with him. So whatever he says, whatever you think it, whatever you took it as, whatever you took it as.
That's a long show, Mike. Commit to that. That's a long morning.
Whatever
you
you
need to do that hour by hour. I don't know if you need to jump in.
I made a commitment yesterday. I was like, you know what? I'm not even going to debate. I'm not.
Okay.
And Shorty Wop said, fade to black, J Black. I didn't say that. She actually put that comment on it.
Grand opening, grand closing. Okay, Tosh.
I'm not co-signing none of these comments. I'm not co-signing none of these comments.
Okay, madam.
I'm co-signing nothing. Just sitting here, everybody on Instagram Live. You can download Free Agent Radio, and you can listen to everybody. I'm trying to get everybody on here.
Yeah, I got dropped. I don't know what happened.
I don't know how Cam got dropped, but I'm gonna send it. I'm going to send it again.
But you were talking about the verses. Yeah,
the verses was good. I mean, they was drunk as hell. They was two older guys being drunk as hell. I ain't mad at them.
Yeah,
go ahead, enjoy yourselves. I'd be the same way if I had that much money and everybody was on it. I enjoyed it. I think I'm just starting to get older where I'm just not for all the shenanigans that go on and all the. Just play the damn songs. And once they got into drunkenness, I was just like, all right, just play the damn songs. And I like Swiss and Timberland. I really do. I really appreciate Swiss and Timberland. I just got like after a while, I'm like, just play the songs. Like, just go ahead. You know, if you like, y'all had plenty of time. There was one where there's one song that an instrumental got played that Swiss had sent him, and I think that's the one that had Ho's voice on it.
Had Weezy or Hovey at one of them.
Yeah, we. And then he was like, I sent it to you. I said, so y'all didn't rehearse? Like,
y'all didn't practice on this big platform here?
Yeah, y'all got this whole platform. Like, y'all didn't rehearse this? Like, I was confused. But, you know, who am I?
But he brought it back. He brought it back.
Yeah, he brought it back like a song later. And then, you know, people were actually, Lil Duval was like, you know, Timberland's dragging Swiss right now. Like, if you're not, the only people rocking with saying Swiss is winning this is people from New York. And I was like, I ain't pay that much attention to it. At this point, it's just a promotional situation where they're promoting everything and doing what they got to do. And the person that won was DMX because hopefully his album does crazy numbers. Shorty Doo-Wop said it was okay, but Tim missed a lot more bangers, and I hate Aaliyah songs cannot be streamed. It's not on the title playlist.
So Tim couldn't play any of her. I saw Shorty Doo-Wop a lot of comments. She was all through the comments throughout the verses. But I didn't realize that Aaliyah he couldn't play any Aaliyah joints. Wow. That's interesting. I didn't realize that. Somebody could have checked then. I guess
I wonder why. Huh. I mean, listen, man, it is what it is. J Black, we need you to hurry back so you can fire Mike up. No, but he's not firing me up today. Who will do that job while you're gone? Cam Too Nice. Oh. First of all, that's the one thing. Stop playing with Cam Too Nice. I pick Shawnee. Stop playing with that Cam Too Nice nonsense. I've been living my whole life with that Cam Too Nice.
Call it how you see it, love.
Y'all didn't.
Who am I to argue that?
Y'all didn't fall on Plymouth Cam Rock filling your ass, but okay, he is a nice guy. I get it, but y'all been killing me with that. He's just too nice. Shut your mother. Trust me. Let me say something crazy. All right, let's run down.
All right, there's a lot. There's a lot that we can talk about.
Do the first one. And let's see if we want to talk about it now.
The first one. Let's start off with the Southwest Airlines are in the news. Southwest Airline is in the news because it was a fight on the airplane altercation not that long ago, a couple of days ago, and because of that altercation, they decided that they're no longer going to serve alcohol. You know, them little shots.
Let's stop. They're not small. They're not small. Trust me. Trust me. Trust me. This is what I want to tell you. Y'all better stop underestimating these white girls because they white girls. They be knocking teeth out. Yes, white girl knocked the teeth out of this flight attendant. And the reason why I tell y'all, and I say this all the time, why y'all got this alcohol thing. And trust me, I used to love buying alcohol on Spirit, Delta, American, because I would order 4 of those shots. That was normally the limit. You can only order 4 at a time. But if you acted But if you acted properly,
civilized, to give you 4 more.
If you would chill, when they came back for the second run, you'd be like, you just look, can I get 2 more? And
Wait,
look at
you ordered 4 at the same time? You let me get 4 of them books?
4 small ones, yeah, since they were small. What you want me to do? Think about it. 2 are just a double shot. Like, I measured this out. 2 are a double shot.
Obviously.
So when we at the bar, how many double shots did we get? We got more than 2.
Got more than 2, yeah. But you're on a plane. It's supposed to
I'm thinking that you ordered like one.
What changes on the plane?
Came back and got another one, not 4 at a time.
No, you get 4 so you can actually have 2 double shots. You don't just take the 4 like bah, 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 bah. You get 4 and you get little, and then you can either mix it with something or you just drink it. And then when they come back for the second round, then you just go, let me get 2 more. So totally, unless you fly into LA or international or whatever, you're covered. You normally got 3 double shots and you're good. The reason why I say stop serving alcohol on these planes is because the people ordering drinks on the planes have already been drinking at the airport. Chances are they've already been at the bar. And when you get them in there and they've already had 2 or 3 drinks, then they get on the plane and they have 2 or 3 more drinks. Now you're dealing with somebody at a flying bar. Now the bar is just in there. And you can't kick them out. You can't kick them out the plane.
Nah.
Like, if they really want to be real, but Americans get all touchy about this. Cats need to do a breathalyzer when they get on the plane, so they can be like, oh, you're a 0.4, you get this, you're a point this, you get that. Because I'm telling you, people be blasted on the plane. I just don't ever get violent on the plane. I just go once I felt that intoxication kick in, I just went to sleep.
You chill out.
Yeah, I just had to have.
But that's a waste. You can't get drunk and go to sleep. But go ahead. But
if you're watching a good movie, that's the best. When you're watching a good movie and you drunk and you watching a good movie, now I don't care what the movie is. Now that movie's intense. Or when you got your music on in your earbuds and you vibing out, what? It's just like smoking weed. You just need something to enhance. But in this case, don't agitate nobody.
You got the clip? I want to see what happened.
Well, this white girl went up and she did a combo. For those listening on Free Agent Radio, she hit her with 2 shots, like bong bong.
We are gonna see you. Sit down, don't you dare! Don't you dare touch me! Don't you dare touch a flight attendant like this! You cannot do that! She came at her first. Sit down. Sit down. Sit down. She's on a child, too. She's on her door. If you know how to behave, it wouldn't have happened.
Oh, wow.
And I think, I'm not sure, Shawnee, but I think that the black man that stood up for her, I think he was a fellow flight attendant.
He had a hoodie on.
Well, he maybe not working. He worked for me.
I was maybe not working.
Like
that second time, I was like, maybe he's an agent on the plane.
He had a little spice in him too, so it sounded like he could.
You don't ever hit a flight attendant like that. Don't you sit down. Don't you touch a flight attendant like that.
I got you, honey.
The black man came to the white lady's defense. All right, homie. He can't.
He had his cape on. Captain Saver.
No, we not today. You're not no flight attendant.
Shorty said, see, other videos I seen was guys hitting girls. Look, man, y'all out of control on these planes. Y'all out of, just sit your ass down. And if they tell you to put the mask on, it's so simple. We know the flight attendants ain't no intimidating people. So when they ask you to do something, just do it.
Yeah, it's the story said it all stemmed from, I guess, the passenger didn't want to bring the tray right, bring your seat back up right and your tray, put your tray away, and she didn't want to do all that. So when the plane landed, she got froggy.
And then now she got a whole list of charges. I done seen people. I saw one dumbass go in the bathroom and smoke a cigarette. He smoked a cigarette in the bathroom, and I was sitting there going like, wow.
Ain't nobody gonna know this. I'm gonna keep this door closed.
So
Ain't
them
nobody-
cops was waiting for him. We landed in Philly. Them cops was waiting for him. They handcuffed him up. I'm like, dog, really? All you had to do was chill. They handcuffed him up the whole nine. So trust me, old girl's got legal problems because she put hands on her. And that flight, and these flight attendants sometimes be extra. They're extra. Like, let's not get it messed up. These flight attendants are super extra, thinking that it's not going to go down, and they think it's once they get in the air, and they do have power to get you in trouble, but they don't have power to duck. And if somebody decides to let off on you, it don't change if you can't fight. It don't change because you in the air. Shorty do I've said it's a lot of money and time when fighting in the air. Now you're about to have a felony and banned from flying for life.
Yeah, it's battery is a felony. It's battery a felony that she's getting charged with. So that's a legit charge, and she can never fly Southwest ever again.
Which ain't the be all and
I had a flight attendant charge me up. Me and the girls were flying somewhere, I don't know, and we had our devices, but the white boy behind me had his music, but he didn't have his headphones plugged in, and it was loud. So she kept coming to me saying, well, if you're gonna play that, you got to put your headphones on. And I'm like, yeah. And that fourth time, she said, I've told you 3 times. I said, well, that's not me. That's him. White lady.
It gets lit.
Wait, she hit you with the I told you. Like,
yeah, like she my mama. I'm like, my last name ain't your last name, girl. Get out of my face.
I already told you, black girl.
Yeah, I told you.
They go check with the extras.
Okay, and I heard you, but that's not me.
That's what she was thinking, Cam. Yeah. I already told you, black girl, 3 times.
No, she was thinking, I done told you, black B. You black B.
She ain't said no with a B. Everything started with an N. She ain't said no with a B. Everything started with an N, as she was saying. Yep.
NB, this NB thinks she's uppity with these kids and all these tablets. Girl.
Yeah.
And sometimes you got to check them too, because unfortunately everything's financed on the plane. Just like being when you get on when you touch down, everything is about your finance. And when they realize that you're an important flyer and you start pulling out card, because I got a credit card for Delta, I got a credit card for Spirit, I got an American credit card, and you start pulling it out, and you might want to count my numbers on this card. You might want to count my numbers on this card. That's when they pay a little bit they play a little more attention, because I'll just wake up and when I have gotten charged up on a plane, like, you might want to check the numbers on this card, because I'm telling you. Oh, and then the great thing was when I was still working at K104, and somebody would say, "You don't know who he is." Now, I didn't say that. But when somebody behind you would say, you obviously don't know who he is, and then they would think about it, because they like, I have no idea about this culture. Who is he?
This is Puerto Rican. Could be light skin. Is that French Montana? Is that French?
And then they get nervous if they take any pictures. If anybody asks you to take a picture, if anybody comes to you and they take a picture with the phone next to you, now they shook, because now all they worried about is, can you press a lawsuit? That's all they worried about. Can you press a lawsuit? That's why the girl punching that old girl, she punched her clean twice. Like, the white girl can fight. Like, the white girl.
That's kind of like 5. I kind of like 5 good licks. That's all.
But there were 2 that made noises. They were like 2 that made They were 2. And I said, damn. I said, all right.
But you agree with no alcohol because of that one incident? I'm sure maybe it was others that they're just not talking about.
Let me tell you something.
Agree?
You see these basketball games where people are spitting on players, throwing bottles at players, throwing popcorn on players, and everybody's like, yo, the NBA needs to do a better job protecting their players. Guess what? You can't, as long as you sell alcohol. As long as you have alcohol in these people's system, I promise you can't. And dog, a Philadelphia Eagle football game, you cannot take your kids to at all.
You can't generalize like that.
No, a New York Giant football game, you cannot take your kids. They get drunk in the parking lot for 5 hours before the game starts. They
some
don't
people
care.
some people are just obnoxious idiots anyway. Like they're just naturally going to
Jay,
wild out.
I'm just telling you, the wild card and everything is alcohol. Once you put alcohol in the quietest person's system, it can lead. You can't predict it. You can't predict it.
They get beer muscles.
There's nothing you can predict after that.
I call it liquid courage. For me, I used to just holler at every girl when I had my liquor. I can talk to every girl. You know, that liquid courage is something else.
So who needs you walking down the aisle on an airplane with liquid courage, hollering at people as you walk by 7C and 8D? What up, girl? What up? If you don't go to your seat, what up, girl? What up? What up?
Good morning, Don. Good morning, Don.
What up, this girl? Yo. Yo, the worst thing to add to any environment is alcohol. It's the worst thing. These dudes aren't throwing water bottles at NBA players when they're sober. They're not.
Because they just looked intoxicated. Kathy says she knows somebody couldn't even get on the flight because they just appeared to be intoxicated.
I told you I tried to tell that one black woman that I was sitting there drinking with. I said, you're not gonna make it. She got on that plane and she sat right down before it took off. She just kept yapping. I don't understand this. I don't understand that. And they came and took her right off. They're crazy at the games. They need to chill before around our test happens. I'm just telling y'all, they're never going to stop selling alcohol. And somebody's going to get and I promise you, somebody's going to get their ass beat at them games. Because if somebody spits and a basketball player knows he got spit at, and the guy's 2 rows away from him, he's getting effed up. Watch. I'm going to tell you, it's coming. It's all building. The NBA players right now are getting tense. They're getting tight.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, okay, please do it when you're like 4 rows away from me. Watch.
And if it's a black player, then they going to be in trouble.
Of course. And it's the NBA. So what chance? What are your chances are at not being a black player?
And shout out to Green Eyed Carolina. They miss you, Mike, on the radio out there. So they miss you. They're saying what up on your IG. Green Eyed Carolina.
Green Eyed Carolina, what's going on? What's up, mama? Download Free Agent Radio. And you can hear us. You can hear everybody. Just download Free Agent Radio. It's absolutely free. They just spit, Trae Young. They spit at Trae Young. They threw a bottle at Kyrie Irving. They threw popcorn on Russell Westbrook. Another one just happened recently. There was another one I'm missing. And I promise you, it's coming. Because the players are talking amongst each other. If I see the dude that does it and I'm close enough,
I'm taking that. I'm
getting at him.
I'll go ahead and pay him that fee. Because the lawsuit is coming. Because you hit me and you're a ball player. You know, sticks and stones scenario, but you can't retaliate. You're supposed to call the law. You ain't supposed to put hands. So them players going to pay.
No, but you broke the law at the NBA arena. Once you throw something, you broke the law too.
Well, it's a policy. I don't know about the law.
No,
it
is a law. The policy there. Yeah, you broke the law then.
Because entertainment, still, the law still apply. Yeah,
it's gonna get ugly up in here. It's gonna get ugly. And football fans are even worse. But the problem with football fans is that they're so far away from the players that everything that gets said, they're not even worried about. They can't hear it. Don Page said, man, if it hadn't been for them bodyguards, Russell would have killed dude in the stands. But you got to find him.
But I thought the Russell was fraud because one minute he limping, the next minute, now he want to get to the guy and now he pushing off. I thought you were just hurt, homie.
You just saying that. You just saying that because it's a Philadelphia fan that did it.
Come on. I mean, it was
because you know if you
popcorn. Ooh.
What if somebody threw popcorn on you?
Ooh.
That's your attitude.
What would you done, Jay?
I mean, it's fans. They have no right to do all that, but popcorn, like, come on.
So you be cool with that?
I'm not arguing with Jay Black. You go ahead, Mom. Shawn,
you cool with
I'm not arguing.
They dump the popcorn on you. They dump it on you.
I mean, of course, I'm gonna say, yo, get him out of here. He shouldn't be banned. But all that extra me trying to get to the guy, like, come on. Like, I thought it was Russell too much.
I just saw you fight a green screen. Whatever. I just watched you fight a green screen.
A green screen. First of all, I'm already hurt. I'm getting off the floor. I'm already hurt. And you purposely just put your cowardly hands down and put popcorn and throw popcorn on my head. You're getting effed up in real life.
Yeah.
He just can't. The only problem is he can't get to him.
Yeah, it's very disrespectful, Don.
And the problem is that's what these fans know. Let one player be able to get to them. Jay Black was fighting sorry. We fighting
No,
sorry. Yeah, we fighting sorry. Yeah.
she fighting.
Let one, and that's what I'm saying. The dangerous part is that white boy spit at Trey Young, and he didn't see it.
Spit is so disrespectful.
He didn't see it.
Looked like he did his shoulders, like he felt something. Like
if he had seen it,
what
choice do you have but to go into that?
Well, spit is assault, so you can defend yourself.
No, first of all, you think spit is held differently.
Spit
it's
is
not held differently, but it's not held in your mind. Is held differently, but it's not held differently in court. Popcorn is the same thing. You poured popcorn on a dude's head.
Yeah. Good morning, Ashley.
Your on your Instagram, Coach AB Philly says they won't throw or spit on Marcus Smart or Julius Randle type players because these players will selfish up.
Yeah, but my thing is like Trey Young didn't see it. He had his back turned. So he didn't that was the slimy thing. He didn't even get to see it.
Yeah, that's spit though. Ugh.
That's nasty.
And he spit over the girl that was sitting next to 50. I'm surprised 50 didn't say nothing. Cause she's the one who flinched. She was like, ew, disgusting. And I'm surprised 50 didn't say nothing.
Hearts. But yeah.
But yeah, like people want to think I'm the biggest drunk in the history of the world. You want to eliminate most of these problems? Stop selling alcohol.
Nah.
Point blank, period. Stop. Nobody spits who's sober. They just don't. They don't. They get tough. They get tough with 15, 20. You know all the fights that would never happen at a club if there wasn't any alcohol? All the fights. Do you know all the fights between couples that would never happen if there was no alcohol? If there was no alcohol involved, how many are? But nobody cares. That's why you got people in the stands at football games beating each other up. At baseball games, the Texas Rangers had a game where dude beat the hell out this dude, and they had it on Instagram. That doesn't happen if everybody's sober because nobody even thinks about doing it. Nobody even worries about it. Nobody gets upset over stuff like that. Nobody's looking around.
You get angry, like hard fouls or the refs not calling certain things. You do get angry.
Dog, it was a Ranger game. They were all the same fans. They were rooting for the same people.
I tried to save your alcohol. I tried.
But it's never gonna happen because it makes too much money. Never happen, Mike. Yeah. It makes too much money. But y'all leave those places. They had a case where a hockey fan got killed in Philadelphia. Actually got killed. He was a Ranger fan. It was the Flyers. And they did they either killed him or the dude is like super permanently hurt. No, that doesn't happen if alcohol isn't sold. Taj, I remember a guy was trying to talk to my friend at a club. He was wild drunk and told him to chill. He pushed him out of me because she rejected him. Alcohol. Not saying they're a good person sober.
You think all that? No, she thought she was all that. What, you think you all that? Get out of here.
Yep.
That's what it sounds like. You gonna deny me? You couldn't give me a fake number? Like, come on. Like,
but I will understand it. I'll get it because the amount of money they make at sporting events, I understand that. But airplanes should not have alcohol. So,
but you can drink right before you get on the plane at the bar at the alcohol at the airport.
Do you want to add on to it? You really want to add on to somebody who's already been drinking? Do you really want to add on?
But they got you waiting for that flight. You sitting right at that bar, throwing them back, waiting for the board.
Okay, I'm just saying for the kids. I'm saying for the kids and the families who are on that plane who don't want to see the drunkenness turn up even more. They really shouldn't have alcohol on that plane.
Some people use it to ease their mental state because they're scared to fly or nervous about flying.
So get a pill from your doctor before you get on the plane.
Yeah.
Get a sedative that calms you down.
And speaking of that, it all ties in actually the sports and the mental aspect. The tennis star Naomi Osaka.
Yeah, she's
Naomi.
Haitian and Japanese.
She's dope. She's fire. She beat Serena a couple times.
Yeah.
She's won a couple majors. She announced that she wasn't doing the media, and they fined her $15,000 anytime you don't speak to the media because I guess it's part of the agreement. So she's gonna eat that fine. But I guess she got so much backlash from the fans that she backed out of the whole French Open and said, "All right, you know what? I'm not even doing this. Y'all can focus on tennis. I'm out. My mental health is more important, because she suffers from anxiety and depression. So forcing her to talk, she's like, all right, I'm out." So like I thought that was deep that she walked away from all that money, but it also reminded me of other players that have done this, at press conferences to say, I'm gonna pay the fine, or I'm just going to sit here and really not answer anything just so I won't get fined.
Yeah, I'm all for the girl. I support her. I like. Come on, man. I don't feel like talking. But you know what? She's young, so she doesn't have the same grit that Marshawn Lynch has when he says, "I'm just here because I don't want to get fined."
Yeah,
and will look the reporters dead in their eyes and be like, "Nope, not answering that, bitch.
Nope. The Skittles, I love.
Not answering that. Nope.
So I don't get fined.
Nope. I'm just here so I won't get fined at the Super Bowl. At the other than the World Cup, there's nothing bigger than the Super Bowl. He sat right there. Nope. But this is a young lady who I don't even know how old she is. She's in her early 20s. And she has no representation to protect her. And God bless her. She pulled out the French Open because she's the biggest name at the French Open.
Well, they was coming at her. They was coming at her.
And I don't want to speak too soon because it just happened. But Serena Williams, can you speak up for this girl?
No, she did.
She did, right? Okay, did she? Okay.
She just said that she's young and people handle things differently. She's like, Serena said she kind of went through the same thing, but she just built a little different. So she was able to get through it. And she said, this girl's a little younger.
And she had a dad. And she had a
her dad probably coached her up on what to say.
Yeah, they groomed her for all that. So she was prepared. And she's from Compton.
Compton, from Compton. And man, listen, man.
But is there something to that, though? If she has depression and severe anxiety, public speaking, all that. Like, that's not what she's into. Man, like, she has to protect herself at a certain point, though, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, definitely. You want me to really play devil's advocate? You really want me to play devil's advocate?
No, I felt for her a little bit. That's why I'm like, I get it.
I just said I support her, but let me tell you about business. You want to make this money? The sport that's making you this money, the sport that you made these millions of dollars, needs you in front of these cameras to promote the sport. Because this ain't football, this ain't basketball, this is tennis. We need your face to answer these questions, to promote everything so it can go around the world that you're in the tournament. I'm for her. I'm telling you I'm for her. But there's a business aspect to this that says, listen, if you want to cop these checks when you win these tournaments, you got to speak to these people that promote our sport. So if you can't handle that, then stop copping these checks.
She said that. She said the cool reporters.
That's part of her not participating.
But she's 21.
She has 55 million in the bank. Let's be clear on this.
I get it.
It ain't a financial thing.
And what made you
away from the sport right now?
But what made you that money?
No, the sport.
But she's 21, 22. They don't care.
Her talent made her really the money.
If she didn't have no money in the bank, they don't care. Their attitude is just like, okay, I'll go do something else.
But you don't make that money. Her talent could be her talent. She don't make that money unless there's an arena to play on.
Right. It takes both. Let's just 50-50 it. It takes both of them to tangle at the end of the day. And
my thing is, like, whatever she's going through, like, I respect her. Once again, before I even continue, I'm on her side. Back out. Get out and go get help and go chill.
Yeah. If she's not right, then it's no good for nobody.
But the business people, the NFL and the NBA, LeBron came in his joint 17, 18 years old, and they was like, dog, you going to sit in front of these goddamn cameras no matter what. Kobe came in 17, they were like, you going to sit in front of these cameras, and you going to, yeah. And when the rape allegations came, you still going to, obviously he was a lot older when that happened. But these kids, once you sign that dotted line,
you're obligated, is what you're saying.
But remember, and I'm glad the girl did it. Remember, you could always bail once you make the money. You can always bail. So I'm
doing that now. if she's one of the biggest names and she basically is willing to walk away and say, I forget this and call a bluff. I mean, at some point they got to invite her back because of her mental health, right? And maybe do a modified press media, something that she can.
But wow, but
I don't know.
No.
Your mental health is your mental health.
Wait. Then stay out. We
But
ain't got to modify. We don't have to modify.
I'm a star. If LeBron said I'm a star, she's a star.
Everybody can be replaced.
This is true. But she's at the peak. She's at not the peak because she beat Serena twice.
That's why they're making a big stink about it. They need her right now. Let's just call it what it is. Because whoever's the second best person, we don't know who that person is, and actually don't even care. So the sport needs her. So she has leverage.
But I'm sure I hate mail she's getting. You ruining tennis, you doing this, you little black girl.
The sport needs her in our view.
You know, she getting all that hate.
The sport needs her in our view. But there's always somebody next. It just takes another year or two before another one. I'm just saying, like, I agree with her, but there's nobody that important. Jordan left in the heyday. Like, everybody can. There is no irreplaceable athlete because there's another person that's going to actually be better than you.
Yeah. With no sports worth your mental situation, because when you go left,
exactly right.
They're not going to do ish.
You're exactly right.
They're going to let you go, blah, 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 blah. So you got to protect yourself first.
No, you're exactly right. I agree 1,000 with her.
And the fact you got $55 million in the can doesn't hurt anything.
And it's even better if you know what? Sometimes it's even better when you realize I ain't never coming back. I'll see y'all later. People have done it. Andrew Luck in the NFL was one of the biggest quarterbacks in the NFL. Everybody was like, oh, he's going to come back. Nope, I'm gone. I'm hurt. He did it for a different reason, but he was like, yo, my body really hurts. And y'all think I'm going to keep doing this nonsense just because it makes y'all feel happy? He never came back.
Nope.
Megatron for the Detroit Lions. He was like, yo, this really hurts.
Barry Sanders did too. Then he retired.
Barry Sanders was like, yeah, I'm good. Like, people who do, like, understand there is an option for everybody to be like, yo, I'm really not that big on being famous, but I am big on being financially free. So shout out to the young woman. And I hope people support her. I hope Stephen A. Smith supports her because, you know, he's famous for just being, you know. Shorty said, take all the like with 10 or 20 stars in the NBA right now. No one will watch. If you take 10 or 20 NBA stars, I mean, yeah, if you take 10 or 20, but I mean, you could take 10 or 20 stars. I mean, okay.
And Kathy said Coco, the other young up and coming, but she ain't dope. She ain't fire like Naomi.
First of all, Jay, like, you don't know nothing about tennis. Stop. So stop saying.
No, I was supporting the little.
You don't know nothing.
Girl.
You don't know nothing
okay,
about
my
tennis.
people. We
You
out
have
here.
you have no clue. You have no. We don't even know who the number two.
Jay, Coco ain't ready yet. Coco ain't ready.
She ain't ready yet. She
ain't ready yet.
He said Coco from SWV ain't ready yet. Like, Coco from SWV is definitely not ready right now. She is not ready. Ever since the verses, she ain't been the same. That versus shook her up. We don't even know the top 5 people in tennis.
Exactly.
John McEnroe. No.
Yeah. And we act. The funny thing is, we act like Serena. We act like Serena still ain't playing. Serena's still a sport.
No, but Naomi beat her twice, and she wanted to beat her bad, and she couldn't.
Dog, it happens.
Naomi's the future.
It happens in tennis, but the fact of the matter is, Tiger ain't the best golfer. Tiger's still golf right now. He can't even play.
Is his name? He's getting paid off the name.
And Serena's name. That's Serena. When Serena she shows up to a tournament, it don't matter.
Serena still got it though. She still has the it factor.
That's what I'm saying.
Ain't got that Naomi it. She just one of them nemesis. She just can't get over at this point. She can't beat her twice now. Yeah.
Yeah, but that happens in tennis all the time. People lose twice in a row. See, it's not like basketball. It happens all the time when people lose twice in a row, and then next thing you know, the person comes back and beats them twice in a row. But we only hear about it because we don't even hear the matches in between the big tournaments. We don't even hear those tournaments.
Exactly.
Yeah. He said John McEnroe. Yeah, that's sorry, coach. Yeah, that was the only one I think of tennis. Like, oh, John McEnroe. Yeah,
he didn't even say Jimmy Connors. John McEnroe.
Jimmy Connor. Yeah, I don't know Jimmy Connor. I know Serena. I know Venus. And John McEnroe.
That's amazing.
And Sarah Yeah, I don't know.
Sarah Povich. Sarah Povich. Sarah
No,
Povich.
Sarah-
God.
You know what I'm talking about, the one with the little
That's
skirt.
amazing.
She wear a little
I
skirt.
know,
The white
but
girl
we
with the
know.
skirt.
We know.
They all wear the skirt. What are you talking about? What the hell what are you doing? Did they already sedate you for your surgery?
Yo. Oh man, he got to fix it.
He killing her sister is playing again right now. All right, what's the next story? So we got that. What's the next story? Let's take them story by story.
And we do have a guest, we have a legit doctor, Dr. Kanisha Hall, coming on a little later on in the show. We were talking about Ronnie Perry. I'm about to say Ronnie Jerkins. Ronnie Perry about the squirting, and it led to a legit doctor. But yeah, she has the views on COVID. It's some deep perspective she has that I think it'd be interesting. But yeah, that's coming up later on. All right, so Southwest, we talked about Southwest no alcohol versus Tim, Naomi, your boy Monique is in the news. Actually, Monique did a video about talking to the queens about the females.
Do we have the long video? Because Monique is very long-winded. And
No,
I'm not complaining because I know. Listen, before I say anything, before anybody jumps down my throat, I know I'm long-winded too. But it's just her words make it even longer because she's like queens and kings.
Baby. Only child talk.
And I really do love Monique. She's always been kind to me, but boy, just play her clip. Let me see if I can get through it. Go ahead.
When I say, hey, queen, I can only say it to the sisters that it belongs to. Because a lot of us are still in queen training. So if you're in queen training, stop being fearful of taking your position. And queens don't walk around with bonnets and headscarves and slippers and pajamas. That's for the house. When you go outside.
Okay, her and Steve Harvey. God damn, my God.
Wait, is that the whole clip? What we doing?
I can't take her no more.
Come on, man. How we talk about it if we don't watch it?
I think it was on.
But that's
basically
it. Because she kind of repeated herself.
No. Go ahead, give it to Cam.
That was clean and don't wear slippers
give it to
outside.
Cam. Cam wants it. Cam, if that's all here,
wait. If she got to start it from the beginning, maybe not.
Yeah, I got to start it from the beginning.
I'm going to take a black and mild break. Go ahead.
When I say, hey, queen, I can only say it to the sisters that it belongs to. Because a lot of us are still in queen training. So if you're in queen training, stop being fearful of taking your position. And queens don't walk around with bonnets and headscarves and slippers and pajamas. That's for the house. When you go outside, represent you, baby, like you are worthy and you deserve the title of Hey Queen. Nikki love y'all for real. And I ain't never gonna BS you. Stop wearing them damn bonnets and headscarves looking like don't nobody give a damn about you, nor do you give a damn about yourself. Because you beautiful. So represent it. I love y'all for real, my babies.
All right, Cam.
Yeah, that didn't hurt nobody. My goodness. A little patience, people. A little patience.
She did a video. Shorty Doo-Wop said what I said. She did a video with no bra on and a robe. Just saying. But stop.
The whole clip was like 5 minutes, Cam.
She could literally have the secret to life. She could have the secret to life, yo, and I wouldn't be able to get through it. It's a 40-minute video. Just tell people don't wear bonnets. Just tell people don't wear slippers and flip-flops.
Baby,
why are you and Steve Harvey so goddamn long-winded all the time? You are not Martin Luther King. You're not Malcolm X. We ain't got time.
Hard-headed ass kids.
Babies. Queens in training. Where are these queens in training? Is there a trade school that I don't know about? Like, y'all just queens in training.
They need one though. I'm with Don. Them big old eyelashes too. Yes.
But did you not have a thought on her not having a bra on in the robe, trying to give this?
I don't know. She didn't think this out properly. If you're gonna be in front of millions of people, and then you're gonna tell somebody not to go to Target or Walmart, What are you thinking?
Doing it in the Target parking lot.
Oh, old girl is just trying to get some eggs and some 2% milk. You're in front of millions of people, and you got that. I'm sure the robe is expensive, but it looked raggedy. Your breasts look depressed. You didn't have no makeup on. If you're gonna tell women who are in queen training, if you're about to be in front of, I would love to see how many likes it got. It probably got like 300,000 million trillion likes. So you were in front of the world and you sat there like that. Like, what are you talking about?
Well, I didn't look at all that, but I liked what she said because I'm.
Yeah, Shiny was like, Jay, can we play the whole thing? Shiny wanted to play the whole thing from the beginning to the end. I'm like, Shiny.
Because they come out in the bonnets. Like at my daughter's graduation, they showed up in bonnets. Some of the parents showed up in bonnets. In them little fuzzy shoes, slipper things sliding all across the floor at the graduation.
Yeah, we too cool for the room. We too cool for the room. And that's the funny thing. I just wish Monique would have understood. I do agree with what she's saying. But I'm not going to get into this whole thing because I'm not going to have women, whatever, like whatever. Y'all want to go to Walmart. I sent this in a group text. I said we spent years calling out white people for Aunt Jemima and what she looked like on the bottle, and Mrs. Butterworth for what she looked like in the bottle. And now they changed what them two women look like, and now y'all look shabbier than what they used to look like.
Mm-hmm.
Now y'all going to get some Aunt Jemima with a bonnet on. And we were mad that Aunt Jemima had a bonnet on. But Mo, if you're going to say it, that's like me telling people.
She should have cut it off to like here. So it's just been a
No,
headshot.
she should have done her face up. She should have got right.
You don't have to do your face up. You don't have to wear makeup.
If you're expecting people to really be like, oh, you need to be a queen, you're in queen training. Well, then have her put some queen makeup on.
You can be natural and be a queen. That's part of it. That you don't need all that enhancement.
No, because then when you say that, these girls are gonna be like, well, I'm just being natural. You know how they gonna get, I'm just being natural. You can't give him any exit plan.
No, you can be
that's
natural
like me sitting
without
here
walking around
about
with
don't
a
drink,
bonnet.
and I got a bottle of Absolute with me.
No,
You're
but
telling them you're doing the exact thing you're telling them not to do.
With these blankets wrapped around them, the bonnets on,
it's nuts.
and they pajamas.
And I'm for all that. Like, look, man, y'all want to wear damn bonnets and stuff. I think I think I'm the one having problems right now. Yeah, I can't connect directly to my. Did y'all have problems with your internet right there?
But I saw you get fuzzy.
I saw you.
Yeah, because I can't hook up directly into it down here.
My wife said Monique just need to mind her business. I was wondering what my wife thought about that because I've seen my wife have a little scarf at a time from time to time. Maybe that's why.
I mean, I put a bonnet on in the house and I tie my hair up in the house. But when I got to step out the door and go somewhere, that's not how I'm going.
I agree. Bonnets are for the house. Yeah, listen, man, do what y'all want to do, but it was kind of, there was a time, but I hate to say there was a time that nobody was even thinking about walking out the house in a bonnet.
There was
I'm running to Dunkin' Donuts in my car with my bonnet on first thing in the morning. Yes, I am. Okay, well, knock yourself out.
Yeah, knock yourself out. I don't do it. I have to get on. And then, like, I have two daughters. One daughter will try that. I say, okay, let's go somewhere. Girl, if you don't go put that blanket up, and I don't know where she picked that up at, walking with that blanket and stuff. Girl, get that off your.
Oh, that's another thing. They walk around with the blanket. Oh, man.
And Shorty Doo-Wop had a scarf on with a hat. Oh, Monique gonna get you. You better not have
I've done that before. Wrapped my hair and had a scarf on, but I put a baseball cap or a Scully over it to cover it up.
Coach Philly said they be out with the bonnet, Spanx, and footies. It's normal to say, yeah, they be looking a mess, y'all. They really do.
And cats still try to holler. AB, they still be trying to holler though, right? Stop.
Yeah, because they be trying to holler with slippers on.
And the bonnets getting like bigger and bigger. I see bonnets that's so big they look like chef's hats, and I'm like, that's too much. That's too
but that's
much.
their mamas. Their mamas. Every mama ain't like you.
It's the
No.
little
I'm
girls
saying,
too.
but they learned it from their mamas. Because their mamas was so quick to just be at the wall. It all started with that damn Walmart when everybody was so cool just walking in there like it was a sleepover. Like, put something. Like, stop. I ain't dressed to go out. I'm not dressed to go out. But y'all go do what y'all gonna do. But Monique just killed me. Like, if you gonna do that, then you gotta be right when you put the message out. It's like, do as I say, not as I do. What are you doing,
Yeah,
Monique?
she was sagging. Ooh,
I
she
didn't
was
realize when
horrible.
she had on to Jay sent that text talking about how she gonna have no bra on and her chi-chi's sagging. I was like, wait a minute, let me go back and look at it. I
Yeah,
didn't
she
even
was
see
sagging.
that.
She's sagging. Them things are droopy. They droopy records. I was like, ooh, I don't know about that one. But hey, hey.
But then somebody was like, I forget who said it, was like, well, then no do-rags for guys. And I'm sitting there going like, cool.
Oh yeah.
Do y'all look like a do-rag is gonna affect my life? Like, I'm like, but I like essentially, they got a point. Dudes be out here with these do-rags on, like, but they're supposed your do-rag is supposed to make sure your waves are laying. So now you're out in public. Why do you still have the do-rag on?
Because they don't have waves.
Color coordinated too. I like when they color coordinated. All right, I'm wearing my red because I'm rocking the red. All right,
They wear it in the street, never got waves.
Coach said the young bucks be trying to holler. They see it as easy access and booty pants.
Yeah, they still holler. You can have your bonnet on with your Spanx and your flip flops.
And them Spanx. I'm so sick of seeing that especially when you can see it through their clothes.
Why are you sick of that?
That's what I don't. Me personally, I don't wear no Spanx. I ain't wearing no Spanx.
I'm not mad at y'all wearing.
That's uncomfortable. That you see him in the gym with Spanx on up under their workout clothes. I'm like, you working out? You trying to get the body right? When you got the Spanx on?
Did you see Tosh where she goes, do-rags? Now y'all, that do-rags ain't that deep. Yes, they are. They're the same thing. They're the same thing.
Kings. King Mike, you gotta do your King's message.
Kings.
With the secret to life at the end. Go ahead.
Kings, you have to stop this, Kings. In order to go out in public, Kings. If the whole purpose of the do-rag, my kings of a kingdom, was said that your waves would be laying. So why are you still outside with your do-rag on? Are you in king training? Is that what it is? Are you in king training?
We should have a Mobb Deep instrumental playing right now.
Dude, forget the do-rags. I'm tired of y'all young boys got your whole ass out. I never that is absolutely gay. I know you're not supposed to say something is gay. You are really asking for a guy to look at your ass if your whole ass. I'm not talking about sagging.
No, they had a whole
talking about
behind
your whole ass is out.
Whole behind.
Your jeans are under your butt cheeks.
Butt cheeks, yes.
What are you doing? What dog? Do you understand what type of look? I can say this that because I'm not saying something that's gay. That is just something that seems to be. No, you want another dude to look at your ass when you show your whole ass out, dog.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all really be acting tough. Y'all really be looking crazy.
You sounding old. That's cool, Mike. They be chilling.
Dog, let me tell you something. There are certain things. There are certain things in this world that I understand why white people look at us and go,
"What the hell?
Why do they do that?
What the hell?"
Do they know what that means in jail? Do they really know what that means?
Yeah, do you know what that really indicates in jail?
The origin. Where did it come from?
Sissy.
That means somebody rammed up in you.
Faggoty.
They don't care. I had a grown man try to holler at me like that, and I'm like,
"What's up,
if you don't take your 50-year-old behind," I said, "No, I don't. I can't talk to nobody that don't wear their pants up."
And y'all
if we get
can't
in a fight, what you gonna do? I got to do all the fighting because your pants hanging out. You can't run.
Your pants is hanging there. Y'all sit up here act like because your jeans are expensive that it changed anything. Are you stupid right now?
See the label. Show you his label. Yeah.
So there's a certain point, man. That's why I love Gilly, but Gilly be co-signing everything these young boys do. But I like the fact that Gilly actually tells these cats some other stuff. But Jesus, like y'all are killing me. I'm trying to figure out how sweats be tight and they butt showing.
Butt be showing. Oh my God, them sweatpants be so tight, and they got the nerve to have their butt out.
So if you want to ask me what I'm really worried about, if I had to pick between the bonnets and 18 and 19-year-old boys showing their entire ass at the Walmart, you know what? Rock your bonnets. Let's deal with these feminine ass boys. Let's deal with them. This what's his name? Machine Gun Kelly got long ass fingernail. Shut up, man. Oh my God. Like, dog, stop listening. This white boy should be canceled out the hip hop culture. You want to cancel his ass out of here. He got long ass nails on his girl's back. Like, oh my God, look at my nails. If you don't shut your ass up, your little corner. I saw this video. Machine Gun Kelly had these nails longer than any chick I've ever seen. He had them on his girl's breast, showing them off. I'm like, why? I said, the Illuminati got to you. Oh, they got to you to feminize you. But yeah, if I had to really beef about either bonnets or little boys walking around with their entire ass out, you know what? Y'all rock your bonnets lately. Y'all rock your bonnets and do whatever you want. You know how stupid a person you have to be to walk out in public with your entire ass out as a man.
You pants sag, Mike. Stop that. Everybody pants sag.
Dog, I'm saying the entire ass is out. I'm not saying it used to be the top of your boxes where you can see the brand of your boxes. Your entire ass is out. Do you know how stupid you have to be to do that? You're a stupid dummy.
And then they have on tight drawers up under there too. Like they don't even
stupid dummy.
They girly.
Yeah, you see the butt and everything.
Oh God, y'all sounding old though. Y'all sounding old.
I'm sounding like a man. I don't know about that old rap.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, ooh, that.
Yeah, well, we know Jay walk around with his ass out.
Grown ass man.
Jay walk around
with a belt on as well.
With the Gucci belt, you gotta have it with the logo popping. Let's go.
Oh my God, y'all just kill me. Look at my belt. Look at my belt.
Yeah, and the shirt be small. Tight shirt.
Real talk. Be ridiculous, y'all.
Take a break.
It'd be ridiculous.
What about the other one? You forgot the other one.
What's the other one? Jay, there's another one?
No, I was saying take a break and come back. Well, what Shawn you talking about? Wait.
The one with the school. New York
Yes,
City
that's
school.
what I want to take a break and come back.
We'll take a break. When we come back, we're going to tell you when your kid's in the first grade, they're teaching them how to masturbate in school. Hey, I'm just...
What?
Legit masturbate.
Listen, we'll take a break when we come back. I'm just telling you they're teaching your kids how to masturbate in school. I ain't make that up. And don't you dare get offended if your full ass is showing right now. And your jeans, and don't you dare. If your kid is walking, don't you dare try and get it. They're teaching your kids how to masturbate in the first grade. This is Michael Shawn and the TakeOver Legends. I'm about to smoke this black and mild and come back because this is going to get, man, listen. And once again, I have not yet once engaged Jay Black in one debate.
No, he's holding fast since it's my last day on Earth. Since he said this is my last days on Earth since I'm having the surgery tomorrow, he don't want that to be his last memory of me.
I said his last day on the show till he comes back. I said he's gonna come back on Thursday. I will not debate. He said he'll be back on Thursday. I said he'll probably be on.
Wait till I tell y'all what he told me yesterday.
I'll be back on Monday.
Wait till I tell y'all. All right.
And this is what I'm gonna do when he tries to get me, or I'm gonna block my box. Just like that. I'm gonna block my box. Blocking my box. Michael Shawn and the TakeOver Legends. We'll be back in like 4 minutes. What up, y'all? It's Michael Shawn from Michael Shawn and the TakeOver Legends. And just in case you missed the show, check this out. Now, if you want to interrupt this, if you want to just tap the mic and be like, yo, I gotta say something about that. Like, just tap it. Just be like, look, Mike, slow down.
Okay.
Yeah. And just be like, slow down. Spank from the Plastic Cup Boys has to say something. And I'm like, okay. All right. So I'm at the gym. I'm working out, doing whatever I'm doing. I get on.
Mike, this is Spank from the Plastic Cup Boys. You was really working out, or like? Let's be honest. Was you really work? I'm sorry. Finish your story. I'm sorry. Finish your story. I'm sorry.
Right from the rip.
Right. Wait, were you really working out?
I don't even know if I believe that.
I just want the whole story to be true now. Because comedians, we tell real life stories, but we exaggerate to make it funnier. So I just want to make sure.
Were you walking by the gym? Were you walking by? Were you
what about working out?
So I said, I'm not listening to music. I'm going to scroll on Instagram for the last 20 minutes because I have a certain time, last 20 minutes. So I scroll, I go to Will Smith's page. Do you follow Will Smith's Bank?
Yes.
Okay. He's an entertaining page. Like that's an entertaining page. Mm-hmm. And it's something you inspire to. So Will Smith puts up this thing where he's jogging, but it's like overcast and it's dark and it's kind of rainy, right? Mm-hmm. And then he says, if you can, somebody caption this motivational situation. Somebody caption it. Like normally I don't do nothing like that, but I'm bored and I'm like, let me caption it. Mm-hmm. So I caption it and I put something on there. I said, sometimes the most important journeys you have to travel will be by yourself. Mm. Mm. All right, Spank, wait a second. Because I know you know Will, but wait a second, Will. Spank, I went back in Instagram like 10 minutes later and he liked my comment.
Oh, wow.
Spank, don't you degrade me, Spank. Don't you dare.
Will Smith liked your comment.
Spank, don't you do that. Don't you do that. Don't you do that, you bougie bastard. Don't you do that right now, Spank.
I got to ask one question.
All right, back to
Spank, don't do that.
I got to ask one question.
What's the question, Spank?
Did you repost that he liked your comment on your personal page? Like, yeah, Will Smith.
I'm going to repost it today. It just happened. Why? I'm not supposed to repost it?
No, Mike, you're somebody, so you don't have to do that. You're somebody. You don't have to do that.
Are you serious, man?
Yes, you're established. You don't have to do it.
But Michael Shawn and the TakeOver Legends. Your escape from reality. Right here on Free Agent Radio.
Hey guys, it's Sexy Mo of Michael Shawn and the TakeOver Legends. May is National Menstrual Month, and millions of women and girls are kept from reaching their fullest potential due to poor menstrual hygiene and lack of education. Protect the most precious jewel in the world to you. Visit getpadstoday.com to experience Rain Premium Sanitary Napkins. Rain pads are infused with the Nobel Prize-winning material graphene. Graphene strip provides various health benefits that potentially help relieve painful abdominal cramps, balance the body's pH, and graphene moves heat away from your core and help keeps you dry. Get yours today at getpadstoday.com and begin experiencing a less painful and drier cycle. Finally, your feminine flow has met its match with Rain Sanitary Napkins. Protect your most precious jewel today and visit getpadstoday.com.
Tap in. Tap. Okay. Any second now. Tap in. Stand by. Here we go.
Michael Shawn and the TakeOver Legends, where nothing's off limits. Free Agent Radio.
What up, y'all? It's Michael Shawn and TakeOver Legends. Jay Black, DJ Cam, Shawnee Scott, Sexy Mo coming up with Allegedly, and we got Dr. Who? What's her name again?
Dr. Kanisha Hall. She
Jay Black is excited.
Yes, because you know when people post stuff on social media, I be like, whatever. I don't be believing stuff. But when a professional talk and speaks, I be like, oh, I give it a lot of credibility there, rather. And I did a lot of research on her, and she's dope. And she's a Black physician from Howard University, and she breaks a lot down. She's didn't even have a COVID shot last time. Part of my research, and I thought that was interesting that a doctor doesn't have the COVID vaccine. But amongst other stuff, so. Cool.
We're gonna get to the subject. We're gonna talk about them teaching first graders how to masturbate in school. Real quick, World Star Instagram put out Mount Rushmore of errors, and they did it by the years. So let me give you the years. From 86 to 90, they say Big Daddy Kane, Rakim, KRS-One, LL Cool J. From 90 to 94, they put Ice Cube, Snoop Dogg, Chuck D, and Scarface. I'm glad somebody finally put Chuck D in something. Thank you. From 94 to 98, Tupac, Jay-Z, Nas, and Notorious B.I.G. From 98 to 02, Eminem, DMX, Nelly, and Ja Rule. Then it went from 2002 to 2006, Kanye, 50 Cent, Lil Wayne, and The Game. Then from 2006 to 2010, it was T.I., Jeezy, Ludacris, and Rick Ross. From 2010 to 2014, Drake, Kendrick, Nicki Minaj, and J. Cole. And from 2014 to 2018, Future, Young Thug, Chance the Rapper, Travis Scott. And then from 2018 to present, they put Cardi B, Lil Baby, The Baby, and Rowdy Rich. Anybody got a problem with any of those?
What happened to 80 to 86?
Oh, they that would be too far back. They didn't. Look, I give them credit that they started at 86 because normally people don't even start at 86. Like if you go from 80 to 86, yeah, that'd be a whole thing. So it says, do you agree or disagree? Let me read some of the comments on who didn't. Somebody has a problem with Cardi B. Somebody has a whole problem with Baby, Rowdy Rich. That's to the present. Like at a certain point, you got to let these young cats do what they do.
Yeah, let them wear their pants. Let them sag. Yeah, let them pants sag. Yeah, let them do what they do.
Man, pants have always been sagging.
I know.
Wayne was 98 to 2010. The fact that I didn't see Chief Keef, somebody said that. Uzi Vert, Chance the Rapper, 18 the President is such a joke. Yeah, I guess, yeah, there are a few of them. Juice WRLD, look, Juice WRLD is like a legendary movement, yo. Juice WRLD is like, they say, where's Gucci? I don't think Gucci was let me not say that because then y'all jump all down somebody's throat because of view and opinion. They say, where is Pop Smoke from 18 to present? Somebody said, where is T-Pain?
Tallahassee's Pain.
Okay. Nobody put Wu-Tang. Polo G, 18 to present. Yeah. Nobody put Bone Thugs and Harmony. Y'all really? Okay.
Bone Thugs and Harmony. All right.
Eminem is also 0206. Nobody put Big Shawn. NBA Youngboy, who's in jail right now. NBA Youngboy should be from 18 to present. NBA Youngboy should definitely be from 18. I can't believe that boy's still locked up right now. And they said switch Cardi B with Megan. What's the difference? Did I say that out loud? Sorry, my bad.
Yeah, what is the difference?
Sorry, I don't know. Man. Even though, let me say this about Megan Thee Stallion. I may not appreciate the content. Megan Thee Stallion has improved as a rapper. Like the more I listen, her flow has definitely improved as a rapper. Her flow was really like, when she first came out, was like 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, Like she's really, I gotta give her credit. If I'm gonna murk her when I didn't feel her, I'm like, her flow has really improved a lot.
Slow flows remarkable.
Like her, I really like when I hear her rhyming now. I see she has taken things to another level. I mean, they got a few other people on here. Kanye was literally released graduation 808. So yeah, Kanye could be down for a lot. Even though a lot of people just they don't want to give Kanye the credit that he deserves, being a producer and a rapper. Who else they got on here that they're saying? Eminem's still up there. Eminem is still up there. Who else? Let me see if I can see any other comments real quick. Y'all got Young Thug instead of Nipsey Hussle. Oh, yeah, Nipsey should be somewhere in there. All right, I just wanted to put that out there real quick for all my hip hop fans. So,
Tosh, you missed it. He ran through the history of hip hop, Tosh, and I know you're hip hop head.
Yeah, Tosh will get too damn serious.
And
right.
before you get into masturbation, Shawn, there was a comment that I got. That sounded very close. About the bonnet. It said, if I decide to wear a bonnet at the airport or going through drive-thrus, that's my business. It doesn't affect anyone. my self-confidence is self in all caps for a reason. I don't need a soul to validate me. What do you say to those people that think that they can
Okay,
do that?
number one, I never said you didn't have self confidence. What I said was what was not going to work in Shawnee's house. So if you want to walk out in a bonnet, you want to walk out in your Spanx, you want to walk out with your fuzzy slippers, that's you. It's just not what I'm doing. So you don't have to. I don't validate a damn thing to nobody about what I do because I'm the only one that pay all these bills over here. So that should be your attitude. I don't even know you, whoever you are. It's not what I would do. I didn't say I was better than anybody else. All I said was what I won't do and what I don't like. If that's what you like, that ain't got nothing to do with what we doing over here.
Shawnee don't do tacky.
Shawnee just don't do what Shawnee don't like. That's it.
Yeah, the slippers and the Spanx, the bonnet.
I don't like that. I have
they said that's my
homegirls.
point. Oh, that's my point.
Yeah.
I agree with Shawnee. So the
Yeah,
same person
I
that
have
was their point.
homegirls. I got cousins that I love dearly. We kick it, and that's what they do. We still kick it. I don't say, "Oh, I'm not going out with her because she got that bonnet on." If she get in my car with her bonnet on, I don't say, "Well," because some people be like, "Well, you can't go nowhere with me with that." Listen, that's you over there.
You ain't gonna be
I'm just
embarrassing
not
me.
doing it. I mean, well, it don't embarrass me because I'm me. So we grown.
Let me walk this slippery slope real quick. Let me just walk this slippery slope real quick. Some of y'all do it with the bonnet, and I'm not agreeing with the bonnet. I'm not. It is whatever. But just some of y'all will do it, and it don't look that bad. Some of y'all look like trash. Like some of y'all, there's some of y'all that do it that I can tell these slippers are like well kept. And the bonnet and the bonnet is okay. I mean, a bonnet is a bonnet. Look, dress the way you want to dress. Some of y'all be looking like some of y'all damn near be on the verge of looking like crackheads. Like in real life, some of y'all be looking like y'all need spare change.
Morning, Tamara.
Because there's always a different level to it. The only thing that I say there's no level to is, boy, I don't care if your jeans cost $1,000. If your whole ass is showing, do you understand how crazy that looks?
Yeah, that's a problem. Now that I would say you can't go nowhere with me like that. But I mean, some of the girls at the track, when we go to track practice, some of the girls on the team show up with their bonnets on because they're trying to protect their hair. My daughters, I tell them, you better think about what kind of hairstyle you want because you're not wearing a bonnet to practice.
They're running and sweating, and okay.
I don't care. Figure it out. How do you want your hair?
Get them cornrows.
Even if they go into track, at least you're doing something like a physical activity. Like some of y'all just, once again, it's just how you deliver the whole thing. Some of y'all really look. Put the last one up so I can read that.
Stacy.
Stacy, my slippers are real Fox on some Air Max slides, and I wear them in the house only. Okay. Which is some of y'all be looking homeless. Y'all be looking homeless. Not to mention y'all be looking ashy as F. Some of y'all walk out, y'all really on somebody. I don't give a damn. And if that's what you want to do, I get it. It's everybody's personal choice. But I go back. Y'all little boys wearing that whole ass out, that is a whole nother level of just like, I don't know what you're doing. I don't know what you're doing right now.
Good morning, Jacqueline.
Mm-hmm.
And some of your little boys be walking out with your ass out, and then we'll want to shoot somebody if a guy walk by like, yo, you got a fat ass. How you gonna be mad? How you gonna be mad if somebody say that?
You guys.
And y'all be some tiny little boys too. It don't even be like it don't even be on some jailhouse stuff. Y'all be some tiny little boys with ass out. Face down, ass up. That's the way they like to what? That's what y'all be doing.
Too far.
I'm like, wow. I said, y'all. All right, so let me get everybody on Instagram Live.
New York. Oh, where we at? IG. So the doctor coming up in like 10 minutes.
All right, let's Let's get everybody on here before we play. Did y'all got the animated little video I sent? Yeah. Oh man, this is where it goes so left. It goes so left. Now, mind you, these are first graders, y'all.
Oh,
and I like to tell you, masturbation is natural. It's something that everybody's gonna wind up going through.
Wait, how old are you in the first grade? First grade,
5 or 6,
5, something like that.
5 and 6,
depending on the year, your birth
5,
month.
6.
Rather. Okay, 5 or 6.
All right, let's play that damn whatchamacallit. Play that clip so everybody can get a gist of what we're talking about right now. Because this is where things get a little different.
All righty, here we go.
Jeez. Why do I do that?
Hey, how come my penis gets big sometimes and points up in the air?
That's called an erection.
Sometimes I touch my penis because it feels good.
Sometimes when I'm in my bath or when Mom puts me to bed, I like to touch my vulva too. You have a clitoris there, Kayla, that probably feels good to touch the same way Keith's penis feels good when he touches it. But have you ever noticed that older kids and grown-ups don't touch their private parts in public?
They don't?
That's right, Keith. It's okay to touch yourself and see how different body parts feel, but it's best to only do it in private.
Well, if private parts are so special, why do you cover them up?
Because they are private, silly. That's right, Kayla, because they are private.
Wow. Well, all right. Wait a minute. What did I miss? Wait, Mike, recap. What did I just watch? Hold on.
That's a little video that was, I think that was shown to first graders, and they were talking to kids about their private area. Now, when we had this talk in school, I think I was in the 4th grade. I think I was in the 4th or 5th grade. I just think the first grade is a little, but listen, man, I'm not a therapist. I just want to know.
Like, oh,
yeah,
New York.
I want to know, were the parents aware that their first graders were going to school and they were going to learn how to touch their private parts? Now, listen. I'm just asking.
Wait, did Tamara, she get a glass of wine too at the same time? And she was like, oh, wait, what? Oh, what? I feel like we have to play that again too when you talk about it. I think we're gonna need a moment. We're gonna need a moment. So, Mike, so you're saying you're okay with it as long as you knew about it as a parent prior?
You can't just teach kids this masturbate. Listen, I'm a freak and I wasn't masturbating in the first grade. So now you're giving my kids this technique. So if a kid in the first grade says, oh,
technique,
if that's what happens, let me tell you the one thing you don't want to do is speed up the masturbation process. Like, let that settle for a little bit. Because for a guy, once it starts, it never stops. Like in the first grade, I've been thinking about it in the first grade. I didn't even know it was possible.
So, not in
so
public.
now when you go home, you're like, wait a second.
This is not in public.
It's not in public, please.
It's not in public, but you can.
Now you don't want to never leave the house.
You can do it when nobody's around.
Do I have help with that? Should I tap someone in to help? Like,
like if you're gonna teach somebody's kid about masturbation, shouldn't the parent, no pun intended, have a heads up on like what? Like for real, like let me know why my kid, especially a boy, why my kid just locked himself in a room once he came home. You're like, what? And let me know why my daughter now is all of a sudden taking 3-hour baths. Like I need to know.
You gotta play that again. D. Marie, good morning.
At that age, do they even is there even any
ejaculation
or sensation or anything like that?
Well,
at that
wet dreams happen for boys I don't know what age was that?
It's like
I
8.
know first grade.
It's not first grade. Like I was literally in the 2nd or 3rd,
like
maybe like 3rd. No, first grade is 5. I think it's
5
like
or 6. She said
5 or 6.
Yeah, I guess it
5 or
depends
6 in the first grade.
When your birthday falls. Yeah.
Tasha said, I learned that from watching sex on HBO. Never learned that in school, and that's why. That's why our sexuality it's kind of screwed up. That's why.
Can we play that again though? For those who missed it, please. Free Agent Radio is the ad.
He just wants to see it again.
or because
You
that
want
was
to learn how to
interesting
do
me.
it. You need
I'm
to
like,
make
wait,
sure you know what to
Somebody
do.
on the IG live
Not in
said
public.
my son started at 5. Well, he was an early learner.
D. Marie 5. Well, no, if his birthday is before the school year start, it could be 5, I guess.
The hell are you talking about? I think she's
Yeah,
talking
she's
about
talking about
masturbate.
he just started at 5.
Oh, her son started
Yeah,
masturbating.
I don't think your penis goes up in blood. Hell,
Wait, how
you know,
would she know, D. Marie? How you know your son masturbating? I guess
because she sees his underwear.
Yeah, that's his mom. He probably did it in front of her and didn't think anything was wrong with it.
Well, I don't think he did it in front of her, but you never know.
Do you make it
But
an
they
issue though?
kids.
But do you make it an issue? Like, oh, don't do that, or do like?
Okay, can we stick, Jay? Can we stick to one topic at a time, my dude?
Yeah, I know.
Can we
Play
start
it again.
back
Let's play it
to
again.
whether a teacher?
Yeah, she got me because D. Marie got me one. Like, wait, did my mom know about me when I was young too? But go ahead. Go ahead.
You want me to play the clip?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Play the
Jay's
clip.
fascinated with this clip. Go ahead.
Hey, how come my penis gets big sometimes and points up in the air?
That's called an erection.
Sometimes I touch my penis because it feels good.
Sometimes, when I'm in my bath or when Mom puts me to bed, I like to touch my vulva too.
You have a clitoris there, Kayla, that probably feels good to touch the same way Keith's penis feels good when he touches it. But have you ever noticed that older kids and grown-ups don't touch their private parts in public?
They don't?
That's right, Keith. It's okay to touch yourself and see how different body parts feel, but it's best to only do it in private.
Well, if private parts are so special, why do you cover them up?
Because they are private, silly.
That's right, Kayla, because they are private.
Stupid dummy. Oh,
I got a problem with all of this. I got a problem. I got a problem. There's a talking chicken. I got a problem that we got a brown teacher and a brown girl. I got a problem with it all. I'd be mad if my daughter came home in the first grade and told me, "Mommy, look at this video we watched."
I listen, man. I don't know.
What is it with the chicken though? Why you got an issue with the chicken?
Why is there a talking chicken talking about private parts? This is, I mean, this ain't, let's sit down and have fun and talk about this. They in the first grade. I ain't started talking to my kids about sex till they were probably in the 4th and 5th grade.
Yeah, the first grade is a bit much, y'all. Like they just got out of kindergarten. Like we're really gonna tell them
they watching Caillou. They still watching Mickey Mouse.
I'm trying. I'm trying to work with y'all, but this is like it's a lot. It's a lot going on with masturbating and touching yourselves in the first grade. But once again, it's natural. All I'm saying is just tell the parents so they can decide whether they want their first grader to take part in this class or not. That's all I'm saying. And parents, if you decide you want your kid to take part in it, I don't have a problem with it. Just as long as you know what your kid is coming home knowing now. That's all.
Yeah.
So you can be prepared. So you can know, what's really going on.
Did you teach your boys did you say PP in private when you was talking to them about their situation?
Private?
No, like did you say PP, pecker, private? Like did you give them a real name? Because I know my wife is big on saying penis to my son and making sure he knows to say, hey, they don't want to touch your penis. Because apparently it ain't legal.
Penis. I didn't do the baby stuff. I didn't do the goo goo gaga. I never talked to my boys like that.
Yeah, my dad told me that's your Dick Clark. No, the host of American New Year's Eve.
Oh, that's what you called it.
The host of New Year's Eve.
Okay,
and American Bandstand. Yeah, rocking.
Yeah. He said that's your Dick Clark. That's what he said.
My dad said, nobody touch your Dick Clark. And I was like, wow. Ain't that the guy that says 5, 4, 3, 2? Okay. All right.
Mike always goes left with it. Always goes left. No, but by teaching them the word penis, my wife had got this embedded in my brain that I guess something happens legally, they could say, oh, well, what does PP or private really mean in court? So if they know the real name of their penis, that's legit. You're supposed to teach them the real name. So don't say PPs and privates. Let the kids know their real names of their body parts.
All right. We got somebody. Stacy said, The kids in daycare from 1 on up. Oh my God! Why does she say this? She's in daycare. She said the kids in daycare from 1 on up masturbate all the time. So some children do need to talk early, but not to a chicken.
Yeah, exactly.
No, but this is the thing. Like my
chicken.
fiance works at a daycare center. She says it happens all the time. Look, once a guy rubs on his thing the wrong way by mistake, because that's normally habit. It just happens by mistake. You like, what? Like that's what happens. You just go, what? What the hell? Like, why did that feel something? I just want the parents to be. Look, man, this whole sex thing is so. We make sex a bigger thing than what it really is because as Americans, like we really are uncomfortable with nudity. We're uncomfortable with with all that stuff. And in other countries, like seeing somebody's breasts is not a big deal. And seeing somebody's body's not a big deal. It's what your actions are with that. But just as long as you tell the parents. But now I'm disturbed that my fiance works around little 1-year-olds who be masturbating.
Wow.
Yeah, now I need to beat one of these little badass kids' ass.
We got our guests too in the waiting room.
Come here, little man. Come here. No, you. Come here.
I see you.
Masturbate in front of my girl again. I'm gonna beat your little ass.
Yeah, but they just getting familiar with their bodies.
But that's cool. Well, get familiar with this. You see that lady right there, Stacey? That lady right there, Stacey. Pull them pants one more again. One more again.
So the penis gets hard in the 6th grade. I mean, in the 1st grade.
The penis gets hard for no day. I didn't know why my penis was getting hard for years. I had to ask my cousin. Like I was like,
when you 6 years old?
Yeah, when I was 6, yeah.
Oh,
I mean, they teaching it in the 1st grade is obviously they're having those experiences.
Yeah, this is crazy. This is crazy. Let's bring the doctor up. Let's just bring the doctor. Introduce the Dr. J Black because we keep talking about this. I'm gonna go masturbate. Just come out.
So for those who remember when Rodney Perry was on the show, I tried to ignore it. I tried to act like I didn't hear it.
Let me turn these lights down just in case I get low. let me turn the lights down. Y'all ignoring me. If my box goes black.
Or we see Mike's arms going.
Oh God.
Like this.
We're not. We're not.
I will definitely have my box go black. But go ahead.
When Rodney Perry was on the show, it was a weird conversation. It went into the squirting and the origins of squirting, and it went real left. But in light of that, he was saying he had a great doctor, Kenesha Hall.
And real quick, just back on that masturbation thing. My kids all went to school. They're not homeschooling anymore, and Stacey's at work. So it's a free fall up in here right now. Like it's a straight free fall. Like, I can do whatever I want. Nobody stop nothing.
Yes, Mike. No baby wipes, please. All right. So the doctor reached out because then
I might go for round 2. Like I might actually just be like, yo, get frisky up in this joint and be like, yo. We get done in like an hour and a half. I might be for round 2, like around 11:30. I might turn myself on, like, yo, I love me.
You fraud. I ain't doing no back-to-backs. But anyway, let's move.
You don't know about me, especially no alcohol in my system. There ain't no alcohol in my system. You don't know. You don't know me. You don't know me like that. And you shouldn't.
In light of my shoulder surgery that's happened tomorrow with my tear in my rotator cuff, I thought it also would be great to talk to a doctor about that process, as well as the COVID aspect and a bunch of stuff that we can get into. But ladies and gentlemen, from Howard University, I see she reps Howard very heavy. From Howard University, Dr. Kenesha Hall, welcome to the show. Can we please, Mike, be well?
Hey, Kenesha, how you doing?
I'm triggered. I'm so triggered right now.
Thank you. Off the masturbation, right?
Everything, all this entire, I don't even know where to start, but you wrong. All of it is just wrong. One, masturbation is not dirty. It's exploration. And as for penises getting hard, that can happen as early as birth. Okay. It's a natural function.
I think that happened to me. I think that happened. You know what? I will say this during the pandemic. You know what the pandemic did? It made me closer with myself. Because literally, like I masturbated to the point where I got into an argument with myself just to have makeup sex. Like real talk.
I feel like I'm gonna invoice him after this because good morning. Like I can't. I just can't. So I don't even know how exactly all of this happened, but when I walked in like to this studio, I felt like I did something wrong.
Something dirty, right?
And well, you
I
should.
really
Well,
feel
you
like,
should.
and
Yeah.
like I call him Uncle Rodney. Rodney Perry is a dear, dear, dear family friend, and
Yeah.
I should have known that if something was going to go wrong for me today, it was going to be his fault. But it's my fault because I didn't educate myself into what I was getting myself
Exactly.
into.
Exactly. That's exactly it.
I'm Central Time. Like I just woke up to this.
Yeah.
Like right now, kids masturbating. He is threatened by a 2-year-old penis. Like I don't know. I don't know what to
Don't
start.
masturbate in front of my girl. I don't give a damn how old you are. Don't do it. That's my woman. Don't you dare.
Okay, what questions am I exactly here to answer?
I don't even know right now.
Confused.
No, I'm so thrown off.
And
I'm
then
so
you
thrown off, Doc.
segue into me coming in and was like, let's talk about squirting.
That was Jay Black. Jay Black has been fascinated with you for like.
Tell me, just help me out. Help me out. What do you want from me
All
today? Just tell me. What do you want from me today? What you want from me today?
All right, Doc. Let me get my maturity back. Let me get my maturity back.
Let's
So
focus.
So we're gonna do. First of all, thank you for joining the show because I love your spirit and I love how we know how efficient you are. We know the education that you have. We know you're a real doctor, but I love the fact that you're just real with us and you can play the way we play. But when it comes to these videos in the first grade, should the parents at least be told that they're about to show your first grader these videos?
Did she see it? Did she see it?
She didn't see the video.
I didn't see the video.
Let's
but
show
I have
it.
I have an interesting story about this. So when I was growing up, I'm originally from Louisiana. There was a story about this infamous, and I not say famous, but infamous swim coach, where for decades he had been touching these kids of various ages from kindergarten on up. And the reason why it took so long to catch him is like one of you had said, the kids would describe a pain down there. They didn't know exactly.
Right.
They would just say that, like, and parents would equivalent it to a stomach ache or they ate something, but they didn't know how to properly describe being improperly touched in areas that should not be touched. So yes, I do believe that conversation has to happen early. It has to. But in American society, we need to learn to separate biology from sexuality. A penis, a vulva, a vagina, breast is biology.
Yes.
Just because you have these parts does not mean that they need to interact with each other in order to reproduce or engage in sexual activity. So using proper identification when it comes to anatomy and biology, yes, we need to start early from potty training, I believe.
Really?
I think that is a great place to introduce and you also want to open up those proper communication where vagina is not a dirty word. It's actually a very powerful organ. It has started wars and ended entire civilizations. Thank you very much. And y'all gonna be real surprised when y'all get to heaven and God's a woman. But anyway, when that being said, like you have a duty as a parent to give your child the tools to be the best and most successful them, but also to prevent them from harm. And that's one of those tools. So let's end that. But when I was in the 5th grade, this big story is breaking about this swim coach. And I'm having a conversation with my mom, and she's one of those moms that's all in. She like head of the PTA. And she was like, do you know your vulva and your vagina? And I was on the playground. Mind you, this is when I got put out of Catholic school, because this little boy, he was throwing this swing and it hit me in my vagina. And I'm 5 years old with the little nuns like, he hit my vagina. He hit my vagina. I got put out. And I shouldn't have got put out. He should have got his butt whooped.
Right.
No, of course not. But you got to understand the contradiction of the Catholic church and Catholic schools in general. I grew up Catholic, and the contradictions that they've gone through. Yeah, that I don't practice, and yeah. I'm not surprised. I'm not shocked. I'm not shocked. It's unfortunate. But I will say this. You've already enlightened me within a few seconds, because it is actually easier to speak to a young child about their body parts because they don't have a jaded view or an opinion. And if you don't make it dirty and you make it, like you said, biology, then it basically is just a part of your body. Just like if I talked about your ear, and I said you got to clean your ears to keep, the wax out your ears and stuff like that. It's a lot easier. That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
But it's just, as parents, we're so paranoid, and we've been trained in this country to actually look at penises and vaginas as something that's just based on sexuality or having a kid. And you should hide from it.
Yeah. And like, this conversation about masturbation is what I've been doing like for the past few years with women, because we assume that all men are masturbating, but we as women don't. And I use the analogy of getting to your local grocery store. I know how to get to my grocery store because this is where I live and I have to eat. Like, that's part of me being alive. So we as women, we attribute like our orgasmic, now I am talking about sexuality, we attribute our orgasmic journey as something that a man might give to us, and not a journey that we're willing to take on ourselves. Any woman that is not masturbating, you are doing yourself just as much as a disservice as you are by not doing your breast exams. Masturbation is a very, very, very healthy activity. It has been proven to prolong life, prevent cancer, prevent heart disease, and many other health benefits. So if you're not titillating and twiddling, you're doing yourself a disservice, and that's from the doctor.
Wow, it's been linked to actually extending life, because if that's the case,
yes, the average person who has on average 2 to 3 orgasms a week can extend their life by anywhere from 7 years to a decade. And whether those orgasms are achieved via masturbation or actual sexual encounters is indifferent.
Hey Doc, can I put you on? You're on a laptop. You're on a laptop, correct? Can I invite you and bring you on to my IG Live so my IG Live followers can actually see you? Yeah, I'm going to send you a request right now, because I think this is something, that we all need to hear about. I've always had this question, because I've heard this at comedy shows, and comedy shows are almost sometimes turn into like therapy sessions. And there have been women who just say they've never had an orgasm, and they're in their late 20s, late 30s. Why is it that some women can't come to that orgasmic state? And I'm being serious. I have no jokes about this.
Okay, so go back to my analogy when I'm talking about how do I get to my local grocery store, okay?
Right.
I can give you directions because I've been there. I've stopped by there on my way home from work. I've been in the middle of cooking, had to run and get something. I can tell you 55,000 ways to get to my grocery store. And that's similar to what masturbation is. Masturbation is creating that roadmap to orgasm. So the more I do it, the more ways I do it, in the shower, in the tub, in the bathroom, sitting on top of my washing machine during the spin cycle, wherever I should do these things.
Y'all really do that? Y'all do the
you are not gonna judge me.
No, I'm not. No. I thought those. I thought those were myths.
Than you. You're not gonna judge me.
No,
but I'm serious. No,
I didn't know. I didn't want to know. I want to know if those are myths or not.
No.
Why is the washing machine such a? Is it because of the vibrating thing that goes on?
Okay, so yeah, it's a matter of stimulation. Like, that's vibrating and wiggling my ass. Can I say that?
Yeah, go ahead, girl.
I can wiggle. It's wiggling the butt cheeks. It's giving me vibration from there. And sometimes people not home when they need to be home. Like, I'm not gonna let the lack of a man stop me from doing what I need to do. I'm trying to live. I'm trying to live long.
Are there women who can't even come to a climax even when they try and masturbate?
But this is the thing, like, so that's what orgasm is. Orgasm is not this mythical unicorn that's never been seen before. You get to an orgasm by building stimulation and building excitement until you get to that peak. So that's why masturbation is so important, because you need to know when and where to stimulate. So if I am exploring my body and I know touching right here, licking right there, titillating and jiggling here and there, I can actually guide my partner to where I need them to be because I have the roadmap to my orgasm. The reason why a lot of women don't have orgasm is because they never start the journey. Women don't have orgasms because they don't start the journey. They don't know where they need to be stimulated. Like, it's easy for you guys. Your private parts are external. You see it. You
Right.
rub it, you stroke it long enough, something bound to happen. If something
Yeah.
not happen, I swear that's the first thing that bring y'all to the doctor's office. Hey, something ain't right. Something ain't right. Let's fix this. But our private parts are more internal. So there's exploration that needs to happen there. And we're so fortunate in that we have so many different kinds of orgasms. We have clitoral orgasms, we have vaginal orgasms. There are even women that can have orgasms from breast stimulation. So, I mean, we are extremely fortunate people. We can have multiples. Y'all don't know what y'all missing out on. So, but in order to find these things and get to those things, you have to start that journey and you have to create your roadmap.
Okay. All right. So many
And it's
questions.
not your job to do it. Like, that's the blind leading the blind. If I've never been to the grocery store, if I've never been to my orgasm, if I don't know where my orgasm is, I can't just lay there like what I call the pillow princess. You just can't lay there on your pillow waiting on him to deliver you this precious gift that really belongs to you.
You have no idea how many things you're saying that I've said on stage and people have been angry at me.
Because you don't have the power of the vagina. You're not me.
No. And I get that, but I've tried. No. But I have the power of the penis, and we do run the world. But listen,
we started wars.
But
We
listen,
created civilization.
Y'all started a war on pillow talk, but we're not gonna get into that. The actual guy who started the war was the one who actually came out there and said we're gonna fight because Tamika said this in my ear when she was laying in the bed. But what I'm asking is that I've said this, that men, I've agreed with you. I said we can't satisfy you if you don't let us know how to satisfy you. And what y'all wind up doing is y'all wind up running to your girls and saying how whack we were. Because and I said what might have worked for this woman and worked perfectly every single time. Now you go in a different relationship and now you're trying to use the same technique and it fails miserably because there's no communication. And I always ask women, why do y'all make it into a game show? Just let a man know what it is that you want.
See, that's just like a man behavior. Let me tell you why.
I'm asking you to give me your opinion.
And I am, and part of my opinion is that you're being very insensitive right now. We have grown.
You really are a woman. You really are. Go ahead.
I really am a woman through and through, and I love my sisterhood of women. I wouldn't want to be anything else. But let me tell you, you're not taking it into the account that we are raised in a society that has raped and pillaged and deprived of us of embracing our sexuality since its existence. You brought up the Catholic religion. Like, we live in a structured society that says automatically I'm a hoe if I love sex. Can you at least acknowledge that?
Yeah.
Okay.
And can we at least acknowledge the people that are the harshest on women about being hoes are other women?
But again, that is a socialization because that's how our moms didn't know any better.
Our dads didn't know any better. We can all use this socialization thing on both sides. And we could also say that women will not acknowledge how many men have been raped and pillared in this country. And
okay, when I say that, I wasn't physically just talking about rape. I'm talking about, you have daughters, right?
Yes.
We won't even go into your daughters. We'll talk about your fiance. You have threatened the life, I'm jokingly saying, you've threatened the life of toddlers right now for exposing their penises to your fiance during a natural act of biology.
Yeah, I did. Let me tap the mic. Yeah, I meant it.
Yeah. So you want women to openly express a desire, to achieve orgasm and participate in masturbation. And imagine this has been my ministry for literally half a decade now. And even as woman to woman, I meet resistance as well because I am trying to completely re-educate and give knowledge to women in their 40s, 50s, even 60s that have been taught since the beginning of time, sex is dirty, you're supposed to stay chaste, you're supposed to stay quiet, you should not be out here exploring your body, women don't masturbate, but it's okay for men, He's just being a man. He's sowing his royal oats. This is what men do. But women, you're supposed to sit there with your ankles crossed, legs tightly together, and hold on to that chastity belt until your chosen man, don't even get me into woman on woman action. And you're supposed to sit there with your chastity belt on until your husband comes along and finally allows you, gives you permission on what you can do with your body. And this is not archaic thinking. This is the time that we live in. We still slut shame. We give women the power that they need in order to embrace their sexuality. And we don't know how to confront it when these things happen. It is what it just is what it is. So there's a way. You get more bees with honey than you do with sour sauce. There's a way to approach this instead of just telling a woman, like, look, you gotta help me out, sis. And like she does, but tell her why. You need to do this for you. You need to explore this for your health, for its benefits. Sex is not dirty. It's not okay. It's okay for you as a woman to have desires. It's okay for you to please yourself. Masturbation is like, I actually have written this out on a prescription pad for some of my patients because they feel so dirty because they've been manipulated by this societal thought that women are supposed to be chaste. Men don't have to be chaste for nothing. Y'all can sow y'all seeds from here to over yonder. But no, women have to overcome the society that we're born into.
And once again, because I don't want to get caught in semantics, I agree with you. Mm-hmm. And my thing is when I'm on stage, I say, women, we can't figure you out without your help. And I say we don't know good enough. That women, y'all complicated in this. It could be like you said, you can get an orgasm from your breast. You can get an orgasm because you just like somebody to suck on your earlobe. I can only know that is if I go like, I'm not saying this to be I'm saying this because I would rather you it's more fun to see you have an orgasm. In my mind, and I'm telling you the absolute truth, it's more fun to see my significant other have an orgasm than to actually me have an orgasm. Because to me, that is something where I go, I can always have an orgasm. Like an orgasm takes me I can always make that happen. Like it's not a big deal. But when I know
he cut himself off, he didn't want to say it would take him all of 2 minutes and he good. He cut himself off. It's not actually.
No, actually, no, just to educate the doctor on guys masturbating, me masturbating personally. In order to because I'm grown. So now I gotta get into my mental to masturbate. So it's gonna take me a good 4 or 5 minutes to get to where I want to get in my mindset. It's gonna get there. Then it's probably gonna take another 4 or 5 minutes to get comfortable with the mindset and be like, okay, this is exactly what I want to think about. This is exactly what I want to picture right now. So technically, it takes about 7 to 9 minutes. It's not a big deal. It's not a big jump from 2 minutes, but 7 to 9 minutes. And that's why I try and tell people, I'd rather watch you have an orgasm because to me, that's a bigger deal. Like to me, when you get satisfied, that's a huge deal because now you get to chill and you get to feel what it feels like afterwards. And then we can chill. I'm going to have an orgasm once you start having an orgasm. So my thing is, I'm trying to pleasure you. So just help me a little bit. I'm not trying to make up for the thousands of years that women were done dirty in the way they have, because you're absolutely right. Women have been taught that they've been slut shamed. They haven't been able to experiment on what they wanted to do, and guys have been able to run wild. But at the same time, guys have been totally insecure in sex too, because y'all think we just get to run wild, but we get to run wild blind. We don't know some of the stuff that we're supposed to like, that everybody tells us we're gonna like. When we don't like it, we can't tell nobody, because everybody goes like, you what? You really don't like that? A guy can't share that with other guys. So I'm not trying to compare a man's struggle with a woman's struggle at all, but y'all really think we got it made, when in actuality, a guy can't turn to anybody for sexual advice. I can't go to Jay Black, who's been my best friend, and Cam, who's been my best friend. I've never asked them one question, and these guys are willing to risk their lives in street situations. I have never asked another man a question about something that went wrong during sex.
Like death life? Like death? But go ahead. No, go ahead.
Yeah, I've never. Hey, Jay, let me. Hold up, Doc. I won't even keep it to me. Jay, have you ever asked another guy about a sexual problem?
I get where you go. No, that's impossible. It would never happen.
We got to figure it out all on our own.
Yeah, never.
Well, I mean, but we're not having the conversation either.
You what?
We're not having the conversation either.
Because we haven't been trained to have a conversation.
Yeah, nobody wants to. I mean, unless you're my friend, because I'm asking, like, just like I ask you, like, how your blood pressure been, how your boyfriend, how you dealing with these kids in virtual school. I ask my friends. I'm that friend. Like, everything okay down there? You getting yours off? I know whether you have a man or don't have a man, have a woman, don't have a woman. I'm asking questions because I find that people are better versions of themselves when they're getting some on the regular, whether it's dealt to them by their own hand or they got a partner in their bed. I'm asking, just like I ask about your general health, how you feeling, how you doing. I'm asking, hey, you getting your rocks off? I'm asking.
Doc, what's a healthy sex life and what's an unhealthy sex life in a committed relationship?
A healthy sex life has nothing to do with the quantity or time frame of which you are having sex. A healthy sex life is you being satisfied and you being happy and you feeling comfortable exploring your biology and your sexuality with your partner. That's what a healthy sex life looks like. Like I said, I encourage people to have an orgasm, whether it's via masturbation or with their partner 2 to 3 times a week, because that has been proven. I think it was a large study out of Sweden, but that has been proven to actually extend your life. Sexual activity prevents so many diseases from cancer to hypertension to stroke and heart attack that I don't understand why you're not doing it. Why are you not doing? Just like we encourage women to examine their breasts to prevent breast cancer, I encourage you to masturbate, titillate, and get your rocks off so you can be around a little bit longer.
All right, so I have a bunch of questions, but I want to get to this. I want to switch gears, and I don't have a segue for it, but I just want to switch gears.
There we go.
I'm on my second. I'm going to take my second vaccination June 5th, and I have to be 100% honest with you. The only reason I'm doing it, the only reason, is that I've fallen for the peer pressure of what they've been selling me. And I'm going to be 1,000% honest because I've traveled on planes since the beginning of this pandemic. I've been on a plane just about every other weekend. I have not caught COVID. I've not had any problems. But now
you wear your mask?
I wore my mask. I wore my mask. I disinfected every plane seat that I was on. I made sure any bottle of water, I disinfected everything. But the only reason I'm doing this second shot, I'm telling you, Doc, and I'm being honest and I'm not proud of it. It's simply because of peer pressure.
Why aren't you proud of it? So, okay. So one, let me
are you vaccinated? First of all, are you vaccinated?
Hey, you don't get in my business. But let me say this. First of all, let me.
Go ahead, LeBron. I like it. Go ahead, Doc. Go ahead.
First of all, no, but I'm gonna answer your question. But I do want to say this in preparation for you and anybody else who's taking the second shot. A lot of people did not get side effects from the first shot. You will get side effects from the second shot, and the best thing to do is just rest.
Okay.
And the more you try to fight against it, and I just had this conversation with a dear friend who's also in radio, Daryl Davis, out in Atlanta. He runs a few radio stations down in Atlanta. And he had his second shot over the weekend. I was like, sit down somewhere. It's going to put you on your butt. Like, I mean, and I hope that you don't get side effects, but I know the chances of you getting side effects with your second shot is far greater than the first. So just rest, hydrate, take your Tylenol as needed. And hopefully over 48 hours, you should be good. But okay, so now back to me. So confession is good for the soul. I'm going to confess to you, I am not vaccinated. I am not an anti-vaxxer. Please don't DM me like literally. Yes, I am a medical doctor. I'm actually a board certified anesthesiologist. What do anesthesiologists do? We put people to sleep for surgery. We take care of women who are having children by doing epidurals and spinals and C-sections. We were called to the front lines at the beginning of this pandemic, and I'm speaking personally as myself. I have intubated some of the sickest people just before they were put on life support for this horrible virus. I am not saying that COVID is not real. That's not what I'm saying. I wore my PPE, I wore my mask, and I have never tested positive for COVID, where I work, I was required to get tested every other week. I've been tested for antibodies. I have never come in contact with this virus. Okay. I don't have any antibodies. I've never had COVID. I wear my mask. I have my own disinfectant protocols as far as like literally getting butt naked in my garage and completely decontaminating before I enter my home. I live in a multi-generational household. My mother lives with me and I have a 6-year-old. My mother is vaccinated, okay? Prior to being a medical doctor, graduate of Howard University College of Medicine, I have more than a decade of history in research from Sagameona, Japan, at Kidosada University, LSU, Louisiana Tech, Thomas Jefferson University in Philadelphia. I have 6 degrees. That being said, I am not vaccinated, and I'll tell you why. I'm glad that my mother chose. I don't put my views on other people, but I've read the science. I also have been a part of cohort studies that have failed to prove that these vaccines are more effective than masking and social distancing. Hear what I said. Hear what I said. We have not proven that any vaccine is more effective than masking and social distancing when it comes to preventing the spread of this virus. Now, I understand that people do not want to mask for the rest of their lives and they don't want to social distance and they want to see their loved ones. They want to travel. That I respect that. I completely respect that. But the bullying of people who choose not to vaccinate and wear their mask and social distance needs to stop. I know the side effects of wearing my mask. I broke out in acne from here to there. I'm very thankful to my Black female dermatologist, Dr. Diane Davis, who got it together because now this skin is flawless. I know the side effects of wearing a mask. I do not know the long-term side effects of mRNA vaccination. This is no mRNA vaccines, no mRNA technology is not new. However, the deployment of these mRNA vaccines are new. I'll go toe to toe with the best of them. You can sit Dr. Fauci in front of me right now, and I'm going to say the exact same thing. The first question I want to ask him, which I already know he cannot answer, are vaccines superior to masking and social distancing? And he can't answer that because we've tried to prove it. We've had several failed cohorts who set out to prove that vaccines were more effective in mask and social distancing, and they were abandoned. I have also taken care of several patients who are fully vaccinated and end up being intubated and on life support. Now it's not overwhelming, but it happens. And it's not a particular type of vaccine. It happens because none of these vaccines prevent asymptomatic spread or are designed to actually prevent you from contracting the virus. They are actually to prevent severe illness and death.
I love what you said when you said the bullying has to stop with people who are not being vaccinated. Because I've always I have mask fatigue like everybody else.
Mm-hmm.
But I have no problem wearing my mask everywhere I go. And I'm in Jersey right now, but I live in Texas. And you don't have to wear a mask anymore. And today in Jersey, you don't have to wear a mask anymore. I'm still wearing my mask.
Mm-hmm.
And trust me, I can't wait to take this mask off. But the bullying that has been going on, and I feel it's really strange. And me and Jay Black talked about this, and I'm not saying this as a comedian. I'm not saying this as a joke. When they started offering us ice cream to take a vaccination, I was literally insulted. I said, you really are going to offer me some mother ice cream to take something that you're telling me is the cure to a pandemic that killed over 600,000 people. Like, this is insulting, and it's making me think twice. I mean, they're giving people $1 million now. One woman won $1 million they're giving free beers out for the vaccination. And in my simple mind, I said, maybe it's that the government spent billions of dollars on these vaccines and they don't want them to go to waste. Maybe they just got them all in storage, and maybe it's as simple as, damn it, we done made these pharmaceutical companies so much damn money. We done paid all this money. Everybody's getting these vaccines. Is it that simple, or am I just being simple-minded when it comes to that?
So I have a responsibility as like you can't even imagine the bullying that I'm in Houston, Texas, home to the largest medical center in the world, not in the United States.
Yep.
Houston, Texas is home to the largest medical center in the world. Let me also preface this by saying my views are my views as a mother, as a daughter, and as a medical doctor. Don't come in my DMs, you're just gonna get embarrassed. But I will say this. You can't imagine the ridicule that I've never ever seen the cult mentality where we can't even
Yes.
have, like, I can't even have this conversation. All of a sudden, like, there have so many times, oh, you want Black people to die. This is killing Black people. Why are you not telling people to get vaccinated? I'm like, because first of all, when these vaccines were first being distributed horribly, I knew several people that wanted to get vaccinated and couldn't. And the amount of phone calls that I had to call to get my diabetic 67-year-old mother vaccinated was atrocious. While you're talking about vaccine availability, I mean, it was horrible. And, but guess what? Wearing your mask, being safe saves lives today. Like there are still people who are vaccinated that are spreading this virus to people that they love. So let's be real clear about that. As you just mentioned, Houston, Texas is open. Please, please, people, if you are out, especially if you are going home to people who are not eligible for this vaccine, which is another thing I want to bring out. Everybody can't get vaccinated. There are people who are ineligible for vaccination. And I don't, listen, I'm not here to shame anybody who did get the vaccine. Thank you. I need for people to get the vaccine and to prevent the spread of this virus to some extent and protect yourself. But I'm saying it's just not going to be me. And I need for people to be okay with that. And I mean, even as a medical professional, like I'm like I said, I'm not here to promote conspiracy theories, but it's amazing to me that Pfizer is boasting a $15 billion profit in the first quarter when we still have a recovering economy. I mean, the numbers are what the numbers are. I mean,
Yeah, and I don't the conspiracy theory. I hate when people use even. I'm not saying about you, Doc. I mean, in society, the word conspiracy is always used to downgrade something that sometimes is obvious in front of us. Because the assassination of John F. Kennedy was a conspiracy, and we've come to find out what that was. The killing of Malcolm X was supposed to be a conspiracy, and we found out the truth of what that was. So when they throw the word conspiracy, it almost makes me go like, okay, you guys are just trying to discredit something that could be the truth, but you just want to throw that word around.
Can I also say
I don't even
something
Sure, go ahead.
this is a conversation I have with several of my colleagues. I have colleagues that are vaccinated. That I have colleagues that recently succumbed to peer pressure um, and they got vaccinated as well. But I know quite a few physicians and understand that, from the like it's been released in the media, like there's more than half of our military that is refusing, and they've been on the front lines as well. And there's still a large healthcare population that is refusing vaccination, but we're not going to talk about that. So I want you to know that you are not alone, because behind the degrees, I'm still somebody's daughter, I'm still somebody's mother, and I'm still a Black woman. So that being said, like, you are not alone. And because I started to feel like, am I the only one in this mug? And I even had a conversation. I was having a conversation with some other doctors, and I asked them, I said, did you read the Pfizer study? And they were like, no, but some people I trusted read it. I'm like, but did you read it? Like, Pfizer did not test titers, and I don't want to get too scientific, but that's when you test the level of antibodies in your blood. They never did that in their initial studies, and now they are doing it because there was pressure from the scientific community that saw their study lacking. There was nothing in the initial study from Pfizer that me as a doctor or a scientist wanted to participate in this mass trial of this vaccine, because it hadn't been even been proven to be effective. So when I'm having these conversations with my colleagues, and I'm just like, guys, like it's like there is a lot of peer pressure, and there's a difference between science and media. A big difference.
A huge
Science,
difference.
science is me in the lab dealing with my numbers, statistical analysis, and I can tell you point blank in a period, this is what it is when it is what it is. That's not what we are doing right now. Right now, we're on media spin, and I don't know what PR company that these people are using, but it's an insult to my intelligence.
Did you ever figure out the percentage? I know it was two questions that I saw in some other interviews with you. How many people died after having the vaccine, and how many still got COVID after having the vaccine?
So we have had, like, isn't it close to 50 million people that have gotten these vaccines, if I'm not mistaken? And there's only one state in all 50 states, the only state that has released any post-vaccination data is Michigan. Michigan, one of the hardest hit, and make this make sense. Michigan was ranked number 3 or 4 in the rate of vaccines. Like, in accordance with their population, they were in the top 5 in the rate of vaccinating their general public. But they were also having a hot spot, and people were still getting and dying of COVID at record rates. The governor had even made a plea to President Biden, like, get us some more vaccine, because it doesn't make sense. We're vaccinating people at a high rate. People are still getting sick, and people are still dying. So they're the only state that I know of today that has released any post-vaccination data. And I think they recorded at that point and it was early post-vaccination. They had only vaccinated about 2 million people, I do believe, 3 of which end up dying fully vaccinated. And I know that number is not accurate because I have a relative in Michigan who died fully vaccinated. I can't remember the number of people who end up being hospitalized. But I mean, I can tell you what I have seen. There are people who are being hospitalized. There are people that are put in, or that are intubated and put on life support, fully vaccinated. Now, not to say, not to be inhumane and say that it's a small percentage of people, but there's a difference between saying that the risk is low to there is no risk. The risk is low, but there is still a risk. You can be fully vaccinated and still get very, very sick and unfortunately pass away. And I am not going to belittle any life that has been lost by a virus that was dealt to us. Now, I'm not going to get into the arguments of it's laboratory made or man-made. It doesn't matter. This wasn't our fault. We didn't bring this to our doorstep. This was brought to our doorstep. So any life that has been lost as a result of this virus means something to me.
Doc, am I saying your name, Kanisha? Am I saying it correctly?
It's actually Kanisha, like the Jewish pastry of Kanish.
Kanisha. Oh, Kanish. Yeah, I love Kanishas. I had to stop eating those, but I love Kanishas. Kanisha, Dr. Kanisha, we're speaking to her right now. I got to change subjects real quick. We've done the vaccination. We've done masturbation, and videos and stuff like that.
That was so wrong. You put vaccination and masturbation.
I'm sorry. We just go from thing to thing here. Why can all women, are all women capable of squirting, or is it just a certain few gifted, golden, blessed women that can?
Can all men lift 350 pounds? No, you cannot. So
it is that special for a woman to squirt. You are a special.
What?
You've been watching.
Yeah, you're
so
a special
I am a special woman. I am. God made me this way. Thank you, Mother God. So anyway,
why? My question is why can't every woman? Yeah, why are you the special one? Why are you the golden woman?
Well, you the chosen one.
The chosen one, and then some women just can't make that special thing happen.
I mean, favor ain't fair. I don't know what to tell you.
I need the medical reason. Is there a medical reason?
She woman, God loves me. I mean, some women can curl their tongue, and some people can do this. I mean, I'm genetically predisposed to being awesome. I don't know what to tell you. Okay, so first of all, let's break down squirting.
Yeah, break down. Yeah, please.
So squirting is not the same as ejaculation.
Gotcha.
Like there's like men ejaculate sperm, as a
Right.
part of your climax.
Right.
Actual squirting for women is stimulation and overproduction of the glands that produce natural lubrication for their vagina. And I am blessed to have hyperactive glands.
So if you masturbate more, then is this
So
okay?
so there is a part of that, like if you don't use it, you lose it. So these glands in your body, diet does affect it. Probiotics keep things lubricated as well. There are mucus or anti-inflammatory or mucus-free diets that allow the juices to flow freely without clogging up the glands. And also in order to squirt, you need a more water consistent self-lubrication to get the power of or
Gotcha.
the gush.
Yeah, because
In order to get the
that was
gush.
my question. Because when you get into a new house, you always check the water pressure, and I want to know: is the water pressure different with your squirting as another? Is yours like a psh, or somebody is? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
But that's the thing. Like, okay, so men, when they ejaculate, you ejaculate, and bam, that's where it is. It depends, like, on my level of stimulation, how many times I have stimulated myself or been stimulated in a specific time period. Like, I guess I'm not as blessed as, like, even you guys have to recover. It's not like a repeated thing like that. However, I make sure I stay hydrated. I drink literally more than a gallon of fluid every day. And it's not like I'm gearing up for the next sexual experience. This is my lifestyle.
Mm-hmm.
And my lifestyle and my diet and the things that I do and the exercises that I do to keep my pelvic anatomy healthy, all of that leads into my ability to be the wonderful flowered human being that I am, created by woman God.
Do you do it just because you can do it, or does it give you some type of enjoyment? Is there any type of feeling that makes you, or are you just showing off just because you can jump from the free throw line and dunk? Is that what it is?
I'm LeBron with it. It depends.
Is that what it is?
If I need to shoot the game winner, I'm gonna shoot the game winner. If I just want to show off, it is what it is. Like, you don't tell me how to use my gift.
No, I'm just asking. But do you get a feeling?
You're not gonna tell me how to use my gift.
But do you get a sense? Do you get any stimulation from it? Do you is it somewhat like an orgasm when it happens, or it's just something you just go like, yeah, it is, whatever?
I mean, I first of all, I get it's like a pre-sense feeling. Like, I can feel like, oh, this is about to gush. Like, but I'm not gonna tell him. Like, he just finna, like, this might be his first time experiencing it. I don't want to cheat him. Like, he needs. It's just like being baptized.
Woman, you better warn me. If you got the gush, you better warn me.
No, like, it's just like being baptized. You've seen people do it. You didn't watch porn. You've seen it before, but you never know exactly when the water gonna hit. So I don't want to cheat nobody out of that experience. I'd be like, oh no, yeah, all right, there we are.
Don't be poking eyeballs out. You better let a man know if it could be an eyeball could get popped.
No. That's not. We're not doing that. We're not doing that.
And some of it is urine, right? Some of it, I think that was the other question.
No, it is not urine. It is okay. So you have glands all over your body. You have glands in your arm. Wherever you sweat, you have glands. And they produce a different kind of fluid, each one of these glands. What I said is people don't understand that the makeup, as far as the elements from sodium to potassium, the elements that are included in these secretions may be similar to urine, but no, you're not getting peed on. That's a completely different sexual fetish.
Good.
And
I feel better.
And that's another thing in knowing your anatomy. There's a completely different spot where urine is coming from. Now, if she older and got a little incontinence,
don't say that. Don't say it. Don't mess it up. Don't mess it up. Don't mess it up. Don't mess it up. Stick with the potassium. It's potassium in my face. It's potassium in my face. Stick with the potassium.
But like people don't even understand that the consistency of your urine is similar to sweat. because it's all made by, I mean, it's all being secreted by these glands and by these organs in your body. But your sweat is not urine, and your urine is not sweat, and your urine is not natural lubrication for a woman's sexual parts. It's not the same. And men, I mean, we know your cum is different from your urine, even though it's coming out the same hole. Ours is coming from different holes.
Exactly. See, Doc, this is what I work with. Jay Black always tries to ruin a beautiful thing. Like it's a beautiful, natural thing. He wants to bring in urine in it. No, there's no urine.
I was just wondering.
There's none. You're just trying to ruin it. You're trying to ruin their experience.
But if you like being peed on, we're not. I don't judge.
Oh no, wait up now. No R. Kelly moves.
I'm not.
Can we shift gears? Can we shift gears a little, Mike?
No, I'm not here to judge. Whatever gets you.
As long as it ain't on purpose. If the pee happens to happen, just not on purpose.
And pee, and this is the thing. Pee is not nasty. Pee is actually very sterile. Like there's not bacteria. There's nothing nasty in pee. If you get into life or death situations, you're okay to drink your pee until it turns brown.
Hey Doc, is there anything that you think is nasty in sex? Is there anything that you draw the line in when you go like, nah, we're not gonna do all that?
Well, the Bible says the bed is not to be defiled. So, I mean, I'm not saying that I do everything. Like, hey, I'm a minister. Well, that's another one of the titles that I carry. I'm a minister. Like
you a doctor, you a minister, and you can gush. You're a catch, girl. Let me tell you something. You are. Let me tell you what, woman.
And I graduated from Howard.
And you graduated from Howard.
Yeah.
And you can gush.
But
go ahead, Jay Black. Go ahead, Jay.
She's a real doctor. I saw some TikToks.
Jay, first of all, you're going to say she's a real doctor. We've had her on the show for over an hour now, and now you're going to be like she's a real doctor. If she's not, what the
glad you cleared that up. I'm glad you cleared that up.
No, I wanted to know about me now with this pronounce it. I'm sorry. She's the one that
anesthesia. Yeah, they got to put him under. He has to get surgery on his shoulder.
I'm getting this. I got a torn rotator cuff, and I'm getting surgery tomorrow. And I got to put all that good stuff. So my good friend Michael Shawn called me yesterday and shared the story of a friend of his that got put under to get her tubes tied. And Mike reminded me that, hey, well, she woke up and complications can happen from being underneath.
That's not what I said, Doc. That's not what I said.
You said somebody had a problem and they woke up and had vision issues and couldn't see after being put down.
They had gone under and they claimed they had vision problems. Their vision was impaired. And also, I just want to tell you this because he always tells half the story.
You told me this right before I was going under.
You're 100% right.
Thanks for scaring me.
But I also said afterwards, I said, you're going to be fine. I don't even know.
This just happened. Wait. You might die, but it's going to be good.
But Doc, I told him the source of where I got it from. I said, we don't even know if this is true. I'm not saying the person's lying.
Even bringing it up?
Exactly.
Because he don't take nothing serious. And I told him he needs to write it.
I'm sorry, I saw the comments.
I told him he has to write his will out. I said, you need to have a will, not because anything's going to happen, but he ain't got no life insurance.
Right before
he has no life insurance, Doc. Can you please?
No, let's focus on you telling me this right
before.
No.
Like, you're not. Hey, you're not just gonna pass over that. Like you just didn't say what you said. No, we're not doing that. Why don't you have life insurance?
Oh, wait, this is on me now. Honestly, I always thought I had time. I got time. I got time. I got time. You know.
All right, Doc. Is he going to be okay?
You put people to sleep. That's one of your main gigs.
After that gush.
I didn't say how I put them to sleep. Hey, sometimes it's with medicine. Sometimes it's with a little gush. It is what it is. You're not gonna judge me for my gifts and talents.
Oh no, I know they sleep well after that.
You are not going to judge me for my gifts and talents in life.
Your pet name is Ambien.
Oh God.
It's actually Anastasia. But either way.
Dr. Hall. They said I'm gonna wake up in a sling. And I'm thinking when I'm asleep, like the risk of that, I'm gonna wake up in a sling. How? It's got a pillow and all. Like, what are they doing to you when you sleep? Like, what do y'all do to people? Like, I just want to understand this whole process.
Nobody's masturbating you in your sleep. You need to quit. Okay, calm down. So listen. First of all, you have a torn rotator cuff. This is not a joint replacement. This is not rocket science. I want to give a shout out to my best friend who is an orthopedic surgeon, Dr. Sonia Sloan, the bone doctor. First of all, you are probably going to have a couple of types of anesthesia. I hope so. and these are questions that I want you to ask. I want you to
I'm writing
ask.
them down right now. Go ahead.
I want you to ask
What's
because
the rock?
you're going to have general anesthesia. That's the part of you being asleep and unconscious, okay?
Mm-hmm.
But also ask if you're going to have regional, REGIONAL, regional anesthesia. So you've been to the dentist before and they numb up your jaw to do work. That ever happened to you before?
Yep.
So regional anesthesia, where we can actually block the nerves that supply your shoulder, that give you pain relief for hours, even after surgery, so you don't wake up in pain. And it gradually wears off. And you don't want to wait till it completely wears off to start taking your prescribed pain medication. I am also a doctor who is a proponent for the use of CBD as well as THC and marijuana for pain relief. And because it also has anti-inflammatory effects and is nowhere near as addictive as opioids. I'm putting that out there. Okay. I guess I should say this is not necessarily medical advice, but a little bit shared knowledge. Okay. My mom just had a joint replacement, which she came through with shining covers, and she had her knee replacement, which is far more extensive than the surgery you're about to have, because they're going to do a scope, right? They're going in with the camera. Did they explain all that to you?
Yeah, they showed me where they're going to cut this off and reconnect it, and
I'm telling you, you don't expect a completely pain-free surgery. And men are the worst. Y'all are really, really the worst.
I hate pain. They said it's going to be numb for 2 days. It's going to be numb for 2 days.
Yeah, so they are going to do regional anesthesia. So you're going to wake up and it's going to feel numb. And it's not like you're not going to know your arm is there. It's just going to feel like really heavy, similar to how your jaw feels after you have that dental procedure and they numb you up, right?
Okay.
So that's why you're in a sling, because that arm is numb and you can't control it, and you can actually hit yourself in the face. And sometimes we let you do that before we put the brace on because that's just entertaining to us.
What in the world? Go ahead.
And the great thing about anesthesia, you won't remember any of this. But don't take my joy away from me doing my job.
Not a thing.
I'm also a proponent of Black people having Black doctors. I'm just saying. I don't know where you are located, but now that I can.
Nah, he ain't having no Black doctor, Doc. He ain't having no Black doctor.
See, that's where you went wrong, because you could have had somebody like me looking out for a brother, taking care of you, making sure your junk ain't exposed, because these white people can get real curious when it comes to a Black man in the OR. I mean, like, don't do that. So, you're going to be put to sleep.
Wow.
You're going to wake up, and you're actually probably not going to remember the first few hours of you being awake because the anesthesia has to wear off.
It's going to be like when we used to hang out on Fridays and Tuesdays.
Yeah,
you're not going to remember stuff. What's the big deal, Jack?
It's going to be the best date of your life. So
big deal.
Take your medicine. Don't wait until the numbing is completely gone. As it begins to, get that pins and needles, it's waking back up. It feels a little achy. Go ahead and take your pain medicine.
And get that pen, the vape pen or whatever, the marijuana, CBD, whatever. Yeah, that helps.
And that's also great for nausea, to prevent nausea. So I'm definitely a proponent of that.
Hey, Doc, the action, Paul just said the same thing I was thinking. I need you as my doctor because you're a sex therapist and a spiritual advisor, and you gush. And let me tell you something. I don't know how you're single.
I said that to Mike. I said, Mike.
I don't know.
She's dope. She's entertaining. She's like, I don't get why she's single.
I mean, she got a little bad view on men, but we can get over that. like she got a little anger. She got a little sidebar anger with men.
I'm really, really about to throw you from a loop. So I can cook too.
Oh, you can cook?
I'm from Louisiana. I make
What's your go-to?
Jambalaya.
Oh, the jambalaya is amazing. And I only had that when I came down I had never had that before. I'm from the East Coast, born in New York, raised in New Jersey. So jambalaya is amazing. Now you do got a little anger problem towards men, but that could be, you got a little,
men.
The first thing out your mouth, everything you say is men are the worst. No matter what the topic is, that's the first thing out your mouth is men are the worst. When it comes to pain, men are the worst.
Men are the worst when it comes to pain, but that's why you need a doctor like me that's going to take care of you. Like, you have to be strong for the outside world, but I'm here for you. Okay. I'm here for you.
I like that. Oh, can we have you back on the show? Will you promise to be back on the show?
Whenever you want. Do it have to be this early? Like, I'm
Yes, it
serious.
does.
Like, this is my day off. Like, I was planning to sleep in.
Yeah, but you had a good time. Didn't you have a good time? We had a good time, right?
I had an amazing time. You guys have a wonderful platform. I
Thank
guess I
you.
have to thank Uncle Rodney for leading me to
You
the
ain't got to thank us.
road.
Rodney gets enough thanks. He gets enough thanks. You ain't got to thank Rodney. Rodney, he's filming a movie. Rodney's getting enough thanks right now via paychecks. He doesn't need any more thanks. Michael Shawn needs the thanks. Jay Black needs the thanks and Cam.
Well, thank you so much for being such a gracious host and having me and allowing me to speak freely. I don't want you to feel bad about your peer pressure. Just feel like you're doing your part to bring an end to this pandemic, but please continue to wear your mask.
Yeah, but Doc, you know what I did mess up on?
What?
I did do what a man does. I'm getting the shot Saturday, and I got things I got to do Sunday.
God bless.
I officially there's no, I don't care what happens. I have to take care of this on Sunday. There's paychecks involved. So
Okay,
I'm gonna
what
walk in
time?
looking
What
crazy.
time are you doing the shot on Saturday?
It's gonna be Saturday at 11 between 11:30 a.m. and 12 noon is my window that I go
And
in.
when do you have to do what you have to do on Sunday?
Sunday, 6 o'clock, 7. And I got to get on a flight. Sunday morning. And I picked the perfect time to stop drinking, right? Yeah, I picked the perfect. At least the alcohol would have got me through, but
no, the alcohol would not have got you. Okay, so this is my suggestion to you.
What?
On Friday, I want you to overhydrate.
Okay. All right, that's not a
And
problem.
the day of, I want you to overhydrate. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Because the more, so this is how hydration works. Like, your body is mostly water. The more and more water that you drink, and it makes your kidneys and stuff work, it allows you to flush out whatever it is that's making you feel like you're going to have an inflammatory reaction. That's the nature of vaccines and how vaccines work. But the more your body is hydrated, the quicker you can kind of flushing the toilet. The quicker you can run all this through the system and keep it moving. And also plan your diet with fruits, vegetables, healthy things. Stay away from greasy stuff that's going to make you feel really, really bad.
Okay.
So now it wouldn't be a bad time to do like a juicing cleanse, or just plan to be really, really healthy those couple of days to help your body, to give your body what it needs to recover in its own right.
Thank you. Okay.
Broths, vegetables, smoothies, lots and lots of fluid, Gatorade, water. Stay away from caffeinated beverages until that Saturday. Now, the Saturday when you're planning to do something, if you normally have like a tea or a coffee, none of these energy drinks, but a tea or a coffee that morning will probably help as well.
Hey, Jay, you were right. She really is a doctor.
I told you, she's a real doctor.
That's crazy.
Can I use some medical marijuana before the anesthesia if I got nervous?
Why would you do
that? Just tell your anesthesiologist.
Okay, because if there's anxiety going underneath, you need something to calm you down. That's why I was. It's a legit question.
You know, they're going to give you medicines to prevent anxiety as well. But if you are partaking of herbs prior to, just nobody's going to judge you. I'm not the police. This is the thing. When I see somebody positive for marijuana, I'm like,
yeah.
I mean, I'll adjust my anesthetic plan as needed, but.
But it will affect it. So I just got to make sure I let them know if I need
to let them know ahead of time so they can adjust whatever doses they feel the need, or make adjustments to their anesthetic plan. Let's be honest. We're not the police.
Your rotated cover is going to be great, Jay Black. It's that rehab stint that you're going to do afterward that's going to be a bitch. I'm telling you what, boy. Boy, listen, between the painkillers, I gotta watch you for real.
Listen,
did you tell the doctor about how he thinks he's going to be back the next day? He thinks he's going to be on the radio with us the day after the surgery.
Surgery is Wednesday. I think I should be good for Thursday morning.
I'm free Thursday morning. I want to see this. I'm free Thursday morning. I want to see this. I'm not saying that it can't be done, but if it's going to be done, I think he should be high.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which pretty much would make for a pretty interesting show.
This is gonna be
I
great.
believe you now. I believe I won't be here now. See, I told her I had to hear from a professional, someone that knows, and this is what she does.
Yes,
so.
I would suggest you rest, but it's not like you're going to be out for weeks at a time. Probably around day 3, you should feel fairly well. But I do believe that's probably when they're going to start the rehab, which is going to be no joke.
Yeah. Wow, that sounded ominous.
So in addition to whatever medicines or whatever you're planning, can I make a couple of suggestions for you?
Yeah, do so.
Topical CBD with cannabidiol does not have any THC in it, but it's a very potent natural inflammatory agent. So a topical CBD. As far as brands that I trust, I'll send you a link on Instagram because I'm blanking right now. But there's an actual farm. Like I know where this is grown. I know what's in it. I trust it. Not like some you would get off Amazon. 2 is Epsom salt, just like your grandma used to use. So magnesium, Epsom salt is full of magnesium, which is a natural muscle relaxant and another good soap that is going to help. So grandma knew what she was talking about.
Got it.
So and you can't bathe, but what you can do is take the salt and mix it with like a body oil or baby oil or something. So it creates like this salty like sap, and rub it and let it penetrate that shoulder and that skin, and you can wash it off in the shower. But if it's covered, and the part that's covered in a bandage, because you can't directly cleanse it or whatever, you can rub it on your arm, on your neck, and just kind of help keep it loose and stuff while you're doing your physical therapy. So Epsom salt really does work.
I want that link because I'll be ordering that dispensary today. But go ahead.
Yeah.
All right, Doc. You've done everything you can do for us.
Yes, she did.
You've talked about everything. We appreciate you so much. We can't wait to have you back on the show. Thank you.
I got one more question.
Oh, Jesus.
Vasectomy or tubes tied for men or women? What's less risky?
Like it's less risky for a man to get a vasectomy as opposed to a woman get.
All right, forget this doctor. Forget her.
No, listen. Physically and anatomically, it's less because, like I said, your privates are on the outside. Like I can literally come up to you and massage your vas deferens, which is what they're cutting. A woman actually has to have internal surgery in order for her to tie her tubes. Now, psychologically, that's a completely different story, but you got to take one for the whole team because this means raw dogging. Like, come on, what do you want?
That's what I'm talking about. Let's get the priorities. You get the raw dog up in here.
Yeah,
you get to feel all of the walls.
You get to shoot up the club with all your blanks.
How long is that recovery? How long is that recovery for that?
I'm still not doing it, but it's all good.
10 days.
7 to 10 days.
That's why when you get a girl pregnant, once she has a kid, get them tubes tied. Once that kid pops out, just be right in there. Just be right in there. Just point. Just tie them up.
But no, she still has to have. If she has the child vaginally, it still means surgery. But if she's having a C-section, since she's already having a C-section, yes, it's very, very easy to go ahead and tie the tubes during a C-section. But if she has a vaginal delivery, that would mean a second surgery to tie her tubes.
What's the time frame to heal for the women for that? What's the time frame? 2 to 3 days?
No, she has to recover from having a baby. But if
I'm talking about the tubes tied versus the vasectomy. Like what's her time frame?
It's 4 to 6 weeks.
Stop it.
Yeah,
I'm not making this up.
So 7 to 10 days for a guy, 4 to 6 days
and that's with no complications, because her complications are much because she's having internal surgery. They're going to have to cut open her pelvis and dig down there and find those tubes and tie and burn them. Where you can literally go and they're just going to snip the skin and put a stitch and pull out the tube, snip, snap, put it back in the little ball sack and keep it moving.
But it can be complications with that though, right? There could be complications.
Yeah, there could be complications with you getting your toenail pulled, but nothing like having actual internal surgery. Listen to Paul Bullard. Paul Bullard say put some frozen peas on your nutsack.
He won't stop, Doc. He wants you so bad to be like, the vasectomy is he doesn't want to do it. He wants to. I guess he wants.
That's my manhood.
It is not your manhood.
Yeah, I just wish you guys would just formulate a birth control for men other than that, and I just OD on it. I just wish they would make a damn birth control for men that we can get a shot or get a patch or get whatever. And
you still got the pull-out method.
Yeah. But the pull-out method,
pre-cum, you can get pregnant from pre-cum, right?
Everybody's scared of pre-cum. Everybody's scared of F pre-cum. Ain't nobody worried about pre-cum. Pre-cum, the most overrated thing in America. Pre-cum, whatever. Pre-cum ain't even the opening act. It's just
the risk is low.
Yes, that's right.
But it is not negated. The risk is low from pre-cum, but it's not negated.
I just like the way this doctor talks about sex. I wish my HMO covered her. Jesus God,
and she does TikTok videos. She does TikTok videos too. I thought was interesting. She has some fun TikToks, but no, she's cool.
I want my doctor to do TikTok videos. I want her to be
able to. Get you a black doctor.
I want my doctor to gush. I want my doctor to talk reckless. I love it. I love the whole thing. I love my doctor to have a good complexion, nice skin. This is beautiful.
What's happening here? Hold on.
My health insurance. I'm on Cobra. Cobra don't cover this stuff. Cobra don't.
Get you a black doctor, and you can have all of these wonderful things that you desire, especially if they graduated from Howard University.
Howard University. Go ahead, girl.
It always goes back to Howard.
Yeah, all day.
All right, Dr. Kanish, thank you so much. We'll talk to you soon. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. I'll look for that link. Thank you.
All right.
He's looking for the link. He want a link. All right.
I need to order all that stuff, she said.
I'm exhausted. We had too much time with an independent woman. I'm exhausted. All right, come on.
Yeah. We got Mo. We got Sexy Mo allegedly. Tropical CBD. Hope my wife was watching. We need to order.
Why? For what? Because you're getting a vasectomy after you get the rotator cuff done.
Look,
you're all effed up. You should tell them just to do it at the same time. Yo, can you knock? Can you give me the number 2, Dr. Kanish?
Could have asked her.
What about water in the man's bowl? I should have asked about it, but I'm not getting that shot. No, they're not going to stick a needle in my stuff and I'm fine now. Like, I've recovered. I'm good. I just dealt with the pain. I'm good. Jay Black, go get the vasectomy.
On the 19th.
What is the 19th? What happens the 19th?
You said Stacy's having the birthday little get together.
Damn. Well, I don't think she was supposed to know.
No. You just say it on the radio.
The night, but we're gonna get together and do what? We're gonna have the doctor come?
No, you said you was.
He didn't say that.
Yeah, he did.
No, he didn't.
Yes, he did. Don't
what
wait.
Did I say?
No, you didn't. Cam getting confused. Cam getting confused.
I'm not talking to you, Kay.
Cam messing it all up for everybody.
That's a product.
You guys were worried about who I was going to bring. That's why I brought it up, smart ass.
Oh, that's a product of HBCU.
Just messing with Cam.
I don't know. No, I'm actually
surgery. Jay, get out of here. This is
no.
All right.
No, she was dope doctor. Like I say, she was real down to earth, and she's a legit doctor. Like, I mean, she didn't have her stuff on, but yeah.
She puts people to sleep. She puts people to sleep.
And she do the whole birth thing. She's with the whole the birth epidural, and she's in all that stuff.
Jay was gassed about this interview before I like the girl, but Jay was like, you would
I love a real doctor. Like you said, have somebody black that you can feel like you can. When you go to the hospital, you see somebody look like you. It's like, for me, it's a certain level of comfort that I immediately get. Like, oh, okay, hold me down, sis. Hold me down, homie. My man, like, was more females, but hold me down.
Oh, you start critiquing, you get too comfortable. You start critiquing too much because black people say they start critiquing too much. They're like, you don't know what you're doing, dog. No, not good. Nah, yeah, whatever, dog. Whatever. All right, can we take a break and get this black and out and come back?
Short break. Let me see if Shawnee's back. Shawnee was having some technical difficulties.
Yeah, Shawnee dipped out. I thought Shawnee was gonna have questions. I thought she was gonna chime in. I thought you were gonna chime in on the squirting, and you just bailed.
I wanted to, but like some stuff went wrong. So.
I thought you were gonna say something squirted. I was like, "What?"
She was practicing. She was practicing.
No, she cut it off real quick. All right, let's take a break. We come back. No, she in her new spot. But I don't know if we're supposed to. Yeah, I don't know if we're supposed to. Yeah, that's why you hear the echo, because that's what happens when your ceilings are the hell hot. When you got hot ceilings, you start hearing echoes and echo. Long windows. Wow. All right, 4 or 5 minutes. Come back. Michael Shawn and TakeOver, Legend Y'all.
Draco, Soldier, she make it clap, clap, clap. She make it clap, clap, clap. She make it. She make it clap, clap, clap. She make it clap, clap.
What up, y'all? It's Michael Shawn from Michael Shawn and the TakeOver Legends. And just in case you missed the show, check this out. Rodney Perry. A man cheats on his wife. She cheats back. She gets pregnant. Who broke the family? Nice hat. Yo, your hat game is vicious. I wish my hat, like, it don't look right on me when I wear hats. But go ahead. Who broke the family?
She did.
Sonny hates that. Look at Sonny.
That's what I love.
I agree.
See, when you a grown ass man, you ain't got to get into the whole explanation. He's like, she did.
You want an explanation? I give you an explanation.
Give me an explanation, Rodney. Give me an explanation.
The short answer is she did, and I know women out there. Well, how come she can't? Well, you know, I know it. I just say, how come? If you let somebody skeet all up in our house, it's your fault.
Not the skeet. Not the skeet.
Tell all the girls
shoot up the club.
You can't let nobody shoot the club up.
But he could have did the same thing, and the woman just didn't get pregnant. How we know he ain't? How we know he ain't raw dogging? How you know that?
First of all, Miss Scott, okay.
Miss Scott.
What we're not gonna do is try to make this into something else. Now, is he wrong? Yes, but the family can be put back together as long as it ain't no kids. When the male ego is fragile,
very,
very fragile. So I don't care. Guys do this all the time. Women cheat, and then so it don't even have to be a kid for a guy for it to be over. But absolutely. A kid make it even worse. Like a woman will accept your outside child, but I don't know 0 guys is going to accept an outside child from his wife. It's wrong, Miss Scott. It's wrong. I know.
It's wrong. It's wrong. That's what I've been trying to say. It's wrong.
It ain't fair.
Not fair.
I'm sorry, Miss Scott. That's like, you know what? I'm gonna take one for the team. It's wrong.
Michael Shawn and the TakeOver Legends. Your escape from reality. Right here on Free Agent Radio.
We the worst records, baby. We about to create a perfectly horrible song. Y'all know I've been in the gym, and now all I wear is tight shirts, tight shirts, tight shirts, tight shirts, tight shirts. Yes, I do.
Michael Shawn wears
tight shirts every day. I wear tight shirts because I'm working out some. And if I wear the right size, you won't see none of my little cuts in my arms or whatever. Short sleeve tight shirts in any type of weather. People talking trans when they see me in the street.
Your shirt's so tight, we can see your heartbeat.
Man, clown me if you want, I'm sticking to my guns. And when December comes, it's gonna be fun. You can crack jokes and treat me like a jerk, but one day you'll see my 6-pack right through my shirt. And even if I wanted to, I just can't stop. I just might rock an Ezekiel crop top.
Whoa.
What? Did I take it too far? What?
Yes.
Whatever. Tight shirts in the morning at work and when I grieve. I even wear tight pajama tops when I sleep. Tight shirts. Tight shirts. Yeah. Tight shirts. Come on. Tight shirts. Come on. Tight shirts. Come on. Tight shirts. Every day.
Mike Shawn wears
tight shirts. To the gym or wherever.
Tight shirts.
Tight shirts, tight shirts, tight shirts, tight shirts, Michael Shawn and We the Worst Records, Pluto, Aristotle, and P Skills have just destroyed or created another perfectly horrible song. Yeah! Check out the next single, Grown Man Wearing Skinny Jeans.
That's it, bro. Mix up, bro.
Don't never stop if you wanna be on top, yeah.
Tap, tap, tap in.
Tap in. Michael Shawn and TakeOver Legends. Michael Shawn, J Black, DJ Cam. It is now time for the segment that we call Allegedly, featuring our very own Sexy Mo.
What's going on? What's going on, people?
What up, Dev?
Happy summertime.
Happy summertime.
It's sundress weather.
Yeah, them sundresses are dangerous, guys. Don't let them get you in trouble.
That's sundresses. Somebody say sundresses.
Sundresses should be illegal because you seem so close but yet so far. Oh,
with that shake.
Oh man,
How the mic sound you back?
The mic sounds good. Don't worry, Jay Black got a rotator cuff surgery. He ain't gonna have nothing to say for a few days. Don't worry. F him. Don't worry about it, Mo. You can be reckless.
We told you that your ass was not going to be able to.
This is what we're gonna do. We're gonna just throw stuff in people's faces. What I told you so.
I'm just saying. Sometimes you need to hear it.
Yeah, from a medical professional. And that's why
you don't always need to. How about you just listen to other people sometimes?
That vagina doesn't come with a medical degree. He don't give a damn. He don't care.
Need more people.
That vagina had to graduate from Howard University. Damn it.
She sent me the links already.
Sister.
Yep, but go ahead.
Ask her. My mom. I didn't know my mom was listening, and we were talking about squirting. That's so disgusting. Oh God! But my mom wanted to know. Send her a DM. Say, what can you do with shingles? Creams for shingles.
Okay. Yeah, I was complaining about Shawnee's mic today too behind the scenes.
So I'll send your mom some information on that. Hey, listen.
Mo got it. See, you want to see? No, who you want? You want the doctor or do you want Mo's advice? That's my point. That's my point.
I'll take them both. I'll take both of them. Go ahead. Go ahead, Mo. Give us a story.
Well, speaking of doctors, Michael Shawn, Gorilla Girl, she's back in the mix. But this time she is sending out cease and desist orders to everybody. So she claims that people are using her likeness in a song, called Bad Idea, and it's gone viral. It's taken off. Well, good friend to the show, Coco Brown, right? She sent her a cease and desist letter. She has sent a lot of the platforms saying that it's an infringement on her likeness. It's crazy. Because, she had 15 seconds of fame and now she's back trying to amass some more. She's like, I need every bit of that coin. If y'all, made my voice go viral, made my lines go viral, I need you to run me my money, run me my bag.
That's amazing because I give her credit because her intelligence has risen fast because she was dumb enough to put Gorilla Glue on her head.
Right.
And now she's raised her intelligence to know the cease and desist and she's getting that money. Go ahead, girl. I get it. If you get a check, get a check. Go ahead. Go get a check. Hey, go ahead, girl.
Well, speaking of checks, Michael Shawn, Baby Blue is taking and saying he's want to use his celebrity to tell people them PPP checks, just don't do it. Now, he's still in the middle of his legal battles right now. He's supposed to cop a plea to the $24 million in PPP money he got. He said he wanted to tell all his friends, his family, people who are out there accepting these checks, give it back. If you got one, whatever money's left, give it back. He said because he wished that somebody would have told him that he was going to be in some type of situation like this and he would have never taken the money. So he says, Michael Shawn, that, he hopes that he saves someone from making the same bad decision knowingly or unknowingly that he has done.
Well, his lawyers are doing a good job because the lawyers made him do this. The lawyers made him put this out there, so it looks good when they actually sit and try and do a plea bargain and try and all that. So, God bless,
Anything to level it up and not, get all of that time. He's still doing a plea, but I think that he's going to get less time than Mo Fane, from Love and Hip Hop. He's going to probably get less time than him. That's what they're pivoting for.
You took $20 million, dog.
Yeah, he lied. Yep.
He got more money than Mo Fane. So I'm trying to figure out how he is maneuvering this. $24 million.
We know why you do. Yeah, we know why you're doing it, and we know why you're putting a statement out, but you took $20 million, though. I don't even want to hear about how much time he gets, and I don't wish anybody a long time in jail, but you took over $20 million, dog. Stop. Come on. All I mean,
It's crazy.
What do you like?
I mean, I know he got chains. He got, of course, he iced himself out. I mean, he looked like he wearing his whole, he wearing the whole jewelry store, and in these pictures or whatever. Again, $24 million.
Took 24
You were in Pretty Ricky. How many employees do you have?
Yeah.
Grind with me.
Yeah. Let's not sing that song when you go to jail, though.
If you see a PPP loan, though, just turn it down. Dog, maybe if you wouldn't have taken $24 million, you wouldn't be in this mess. Maybe if you just took 100,000. Like, maybe then, like I said,
500 racks is for business. For business.
Take the money. You should have taken it. I bet you your time would have really been lessened if you wouldn't have spent any of the money and be like, you know what, I made a mistake, but here's all the money back. I bet you then you might have just been on probation. You might have just been on probation.
You get this good lawyer. Why didn't you have a lawyer helping you? If you know you coming into $24 million, no matter how you're getting it, why would you not have some type of legal team to help you understand how to spend it?
I don't know. I hate doing these stories.
Educate yourself. So again, he wants to send that PSA out there. Hopefully it helps him out in court.
Jesus. God.
Who knows? He said he had 300 employees.
Yeah,
Where?
He might have.
He did say that.
Where?
I gotta see my mom. Get to the next story. I gotta go see my mom.
So anyway, you know what? Michael Shawn, the internet is dragging Future for dead. I'm telling you. Of course, you can tell he's not over Lori Harvey. It was leaked in this extended version of Maybach was leaked and released, and the lines went like, "Tell Steve Harvey I don't want her. Must have forgot to tell her daddy she begged me not to leave. She didn't have a choice but to go F a lame after me. Realist to hit the damn, she near OD'd. Like, really?
Y'all rap fans.
Everybody's trying to figure out where this like stemmed from. And of course, Steve Harvey gave a interview. He gives lots of interviews, and they were asking him, how do you feel about Lori dating Michael B? And so he was like, well, hey, at least she's with somebody I actually approve of now. So I don't know if Future took that to heart, but Future, you wasn't her first. Like, she was with Diddy, she was with a couple of people, or linked to a couple of people. So how do you know that was directed towards you? So he got in his feelings, went in the booth, made this song. Now it's leaked out, and it's real. The internet is dragging him for filth, and they're like, "Look, Lori, you the one that escaped. Like, did somebody not tell Future that like Lori was the prize? You escaped. You know how many baby mamas he got."
I don't know about Lori being. I don't know about Lori being a pro. I just know you guys got to listen to these rappers when they say stuff. You can't just say she's effing a lame. Michael B. Jordan's not a lame. You got some of your lyrics have to be based on reality, though.
But he did the same thing to CeCe. He did the same thing to CeCe when she glowed up with Russell. So, and now they got matching colognes out and everything. They got kids. They flourishing. They glowing. Future still, having baby mama drama problems. Don't shoot the messenger.
I'm not. Just, sometimes you got to hold these rappers accountable for their lyrics. It's something has to be based in reality, dog. All of these two chicks just happen to do better without you. So I don't know. You can't keep calling these dudes lames, and they're a notch ahead of you right now. Because Michael B. Jordan is killing it. Russell
absolutely
Wilson is killing it. Like, you got to stop with these lames and all this. It's childish. It's childish to keep doing this, dog. Every time you break up with a chick, you got to come at their neck afterwards. Like, stop. If you're killing a game like that, what the hell are you worried about? What are you worried about where she's at? What are you worried about with Steve Harvey? Why are you saying something to Steve Harvey?
A man scorned, a woman scorned. Let's talk about a man scorned. You could tell he in his feelings.
Bringing Steve Harvey, stop. All right, what's the next story? Because I'm really. Go ahead, just go ahead. I don't want to be the spoil sport, but I don't care.
Talking about sports, Michael Shawn, Kyrie Irving. Of course, he was at the center of attention. He was, a fan threw a water bottle at him. Well, they are fighting back. They not playing. They like, look, we came out here to ball, and now y'all want to, throw stuff at us and be disrespectful. Well, the Celtics have taken action. So, according to reports, an official arrest was made, and 21-year-old Cole Buckley, he was arrested after throwing the Dasani bottle at Kyrie Irving and TD Arena. They're backing him. They're like, we are fully cooperating. We want y'all to prosecute to the fullest extent of the law with this guy. So he's being charged with assault and battery with a dangerous weapon.
Dangerous
water bottle. Which was, I mean, it didn't hit him. It barely.
You want to end all this, and you want to end all this, and nobody would do this because nobody's going to take the liability. When you throw something at a player, and we find out who it is, we will escort the player directly to you.
Because Russell Westbrook, he had all the smoke.
We will escort the player directly to you. And then it'll be 5 minutes where we can see what happens. That's all. And I'm sure the players will agree to, hey, Russell, we got the guy who threw the popcorn on you. Come on, we're going upstairs right now, and let's see what happens. Let's go see the person.
He was already gonna go, injured and all, when they threw that popcorn.
Yeah, Jaden.
That
TV on upstairs. Somebody leave the TV on upstairs, man. I swear I hear a white girl talking to my. It must be Monty's TV. But Jay Black wasn't too. He was like Russell Westbrook didn't want any smoke. He was really because it was a Sixer. It was
limping off, and then all of a sudden he want to get tough with security. Oh, let me go. I'm healed now. I'm gonna go.
Listen, that adrenaline was pumping. Somebody do something disrespectful to you, you go numb. Your body go numb, and I think that's what happened to Westbrook. And
just let them see each other.
All gas, no smoke.
Just let the player go up there. He don't even got to fight the security, but yeah, you know what the rules are now. You can go see him for 5 minutes, and then just let it happen. And then I promise you, these fans won't be that bold to be thrown. I've never.
It'll be players like Steph Curry. Then they'll throw it at him like this little guy.
They still don't want to smoke with Steph Curry.
Steph Curry wholesome to a point. Throw something at Steph Curry and see.
No, we keep forgetting Steph Curry 6'2", 6'3". Like, we keep forgetting that. Like we think he's normal, like our size.
Yeah.
Cam said, "I got the size."
Me and Steph same height.
Steve will beat your ass, Cam.
People don't know.
What?
Cam got the size.
We are not in shape to be fighting nobody. We are not in no type of shape.
Nobody. I said,
"Oh no, you're not. You're right.
Same height."
Yeah.
I took me out of the height thing, you know.
Yeah.
I wanted complete separation.
Y'all sure, guys.
Truth be told, we ain't want it with Muggsy Bogues. Like we be thinking these little dudes are like these fans need to get tapped up. And I don't agree with when Ron Artest and Steven Jackson went into the crowd, but I think y'all forgot. I think y'all need one more round of that. I think y'all need one more round of some hood N-words. Decide that we're gonna take the L. We're gonna go up in here and just start batting on people and see how that goes. Y'all keep playing. It's gonna happen because the NBA can still, there's a lot of race that goes on in this. There's a race factor that's going on in this, where a lot of you white guys are getting real bold because y'all do it on behalf of your team. But it's a bunch of white dudes throwing stuff at a bunch of black dudes. And that's what the NBA doesn't really want to. Kyrie Irving kind of said something about it on the race relations, but it's a bunch of white dudes getting a real liberty to throw some stuff. And mind you, most of these arenas ain't even at full capacity.
Exactly.
But now they're all going to be at full capacity. Watch, it's going to be a problem. Somebody going to get. There's going to be lawsuits all over the place. All right, Mo, give us another story.
Well, first of all, shout out to tennis star Naomi. My heart goes out to her. But I'm glad that she has stood her ground. She has taken a leave from the French Open and basically said, "Deuces, I'll see y'all next year." But she did it so gracefully. She apologized to the reporters. Many of you don't know. I didn't know either that you actually have to participate in pre-game and post-game press. So, last week she asked, "Hey, you know what? I'm feeling a lot of anxiety. I suffer from social anxiety. Is there a way that I can, forego pre-press? I'll talk to them after the game, but can I forego pre-press because it's a lot of pressure at the slams, right?" Mm-hmm. Well, they hit her with a $15,000 fine.
Boot back.
Yo, who's got their phone on in the back?
And when you think about $15,000 in the grand scheme of things, you're like, okay, that's compared to what she makes. NBA players, things like that, they're used to getting fined for different things. But to be fined after you've told them that you have some mental health issues that you want to address, you're penalizing somebody for their mental health.
I'm totally on her side. But how do you have social anxiety but you play in front of people?
Very easily. Very easily.
JJ, did y'all not? No. See, y'all react too fast. How do you have social anxiety but your job is to play tennis in front of 15,000 people? Where's your anxiety when you're playing?
Her anxiety is based on speaking. It's not the performance. It's the speaking.
There you go.
Speaking in large crowds. Being on the radio, being in the studio is different from talking to a crowd at an arena. Way different. Maybe not for you.
Doug, you can't have a job. I'm 100% on her side. But you can't have a job that's based on the public paying to see you and then say, I'm not going to do interviews because my social anxiety. It's part of your job. Then you
but
can't
she didn't say that she was not going to do the interview. She asked because she do post interviews, not pre-interviews. So it's not that she was.
Now the anxiety only happens when the interview happens.
Well, she said that leading up to the slam, that she had been experiencing a high level of anxiety and depression.
Yep.
So in saying that, she's saying in this moment, this is too much for me. So this is the way that I have to deal with self-care. This is part of self-care for myself to make sure that I could perform at my optimum and my best for the crowd and for the fans and for you all. This is what I need to do. I'll talk to you after the game.
But that's not part.
I don't think anything's wrong with that.
Yeah, but you guys can't pick and choose when you deal with the media. If it's part of the job.
My mental health is worth more.
Okay, well then cut the check, but don't get mad at tennis because it's part of your job.
So what she did was she apologized to the journalists. She said they have always been so kind to her, but she's basically choosing herself today. And there's nothing wrong with that.
I'm not saying y'all are misconstruing. Y'all are so
I'm actively listening. What are you saying?
No, but y'all are so busy trying to be right. I'm telling you, I'm on the girl.
I hear you. I hear you.
I'm not gonna get heated over this.
She can dictate, but she can. You're saying she can't, but she can dictate.
No, it's a part of her job.
She can dictate as long as she pays the fine.
Just get a sponsor to pay for the fine, and you ain't got to speak to him.
But the issue was she did that, but the backlash now is causing such a distraction that she's getting all that hate mail and the haters and the people coming at her. So it's like now that's adding to the depression and anxiety.
And she's saying she doesn't want to take away from the actual game, the essence of the game. So she's removing herself totally from this series. And she said she'll see y'all whenever. She said, I see you when I see you.
I got it. And that's what she should do. But you can't get mad at the sport, at tennis, for making their biggest stars have to talk before the match and after the match. Michael Jordan, when he was the biggest star, has to talk before the game. Now, if you want to leave, I agree. She should leave for her mental health, but you can't get mad at the organization.
And I don't think she is. It's called reasonable accommodation. Is what she's asking for reasonable?
No.
It is reasonable. She has a mental aspect that's affecting. Come on, stop it.
So if we give them a pass for a physical health, so what if heaven forbid, what if one of the players got COVID? What if one of the players had some type of flu or some type of illness? They would be excused. So why isn't mental health taken as seriously as a physical element?
Then she should leave. Then what she did, listen to what I'm saying, y'all. What she did, I agree with. What I'm saying is you can't get mad at the organization who's investing hundreds of millions of dollars to want their stars to talk before and after the game.
And now, if you're wrong. You're wrong. It's reasonable. Wrong. The organization has to have reasonable accommodations.
Really?
Yes.
Well, guess what? LeBron has to talk before and after every game, no matter what anxiety. And if he doesn't, then he pays the fine. So she leaves and she pays the fine. Those are the rules. What are you mad at if she just had all she has to do is pay the fine? And
so
she walks
in tennis, in tennis, because she loves and respects the game so much, she has removed herself from this series. But outside of that, Michael Shawn, she's also said when she comes back, she wants to work with the tour so that they can, learn and understand some of the needs of the current athletes.
Listen.
So I think that that's admirable. I think that that's gracious. I think
She
that
has a solution. She's not
she
just
has a
complaining.
solution. She's not
trying to
complaining.
You can't guarantee the sponsors are spending. The NFL spent billions to have their broadcast. The NBA spent billions to have their broadcast. I hate to break it to you guys. Anxiety or no anxiety. If you're the star and the face of the league, they can't just say you do interviews when you feel up to it. That's not the reality.
So I don't think that was the issue there. I think that the issue is she wanted to do, again, I'll talk to you all you want after the match.
I can't make a rule for you.
It's reasonable. You're not making
you're the
It's
star.
reasonable. It's called Google reasonable accommodation, Mike.
Dog,
it's legit. It's a real
how about
thing.
this? Kobe Bryant was going through a rape charge. He was going through a rape case. He was still having to do interviews and answer questions before and after the games.
So
now, if he
that
doesn't,
was-
now listen.
that was a
listen.
scandal. That's the difference.
No, it's a court case. That's not a
It's
scandal.
It's not mental health. It's
So
not mental.
I'm asking you, what do you think his mental health was at the time? Do you think he was going through anxiety?
So
He wasn't already diagnosed prior
there's
to
a
that.
diagnosis for her.
She's already has a
So there's
diagnosis.
All right.
filed.
Well, all I'm saying is then she has to pull back and she can't cop these checks.
Or it could be reasonable accommodation, or she
I
can.
can't
go
accommodate
after
you
her
if
again.
you're the star.
I can.
So in
If we're
mental health
selling-
and
if we're-
mental health
I
and on any job, there are things called
Every star.
modifications. It's
Every
not an
star.
accommodation, it's
Practice?
a modification.
talking
So
about
she's
practice?
saying, I am
Every
going
star.
I'm going to do this interview, but the modification for me and my diagnosis and my mental health is I have to wait this moment. And she's not saying the whole time, all the time. She's saying in this moment, in this match, I'm experiencing some heavy, high level anxiety.
And
I'm experiencing high level depression.
and
It was before the match.
I know.
God
And
forbid
I'm
she kill
agreeing
herself. I
with
seen
you.
that comment saying.
I'm agreeing with you. Kurt Cobain killed himself. I hate to break it to you guys. In $1 billion business, they're not gonna care. There's
They don't have
two.
to care, but they can change. Rules can be changed, man. And if she's
Whoa,
a big enough
Cam.
star,
Everybody care.
they'll make
Yes.
accommodation.
The problem is, and
They
this is
gonna
what
act like the machines, the final and the total.
But this is
decision.
what's gonna happen if we change. This is what's gonna. I agree with the girl. I say
Mhm.
get away from the game. But if I change it
she's
from
not.
you, the next person who comes up and is diagnosed with something else, we will have to change it from them. And then when somebody else comes up and diagnosed with something else, we'll have to change it from them. And what you have to do is say, if you can handle this, these are what we expect out of our stars. Because if we start switching for everybody, I suffer from horrible anxiety.
Every job
Let me
has
finish, Jay Black. Let me
reasonable.
finish. I got pills upstairs, and if I show you how many damn pills I take for anxiety, okay? How many pills I have to take every day, and the stuff that causes me the anxiety, I don't get a pass. I still have to do it. And when billions of dollars are in it, they're not going to change it for anybody. What you can do is you can do what she does. Walk from the game. I don't need the money. I need the money, so I have to do this stuff that we're doing.
But
And
you
if you
can't
bring
make
it-
change. There's things called free agency that didn't exist that came about. You got guys right now in professional football who are getting guaranteed money, where about 3 years ago wasn't nobody in the league getting guaranteed money, and all that's slowly changing.
And
by the stars.
And didn't your employer
There's
send
room
them
for
rehab?
change. That's how
Is
you
it
go
kinda-
about it.
They can make those adjustments when they see fit, but
Yeah.
it has to be reasonable. And if what I'm asking for is reasonable, why isn't it considered? I have this medical diagnosis. It has to be considered with any job.
Well, then the next person who comes up with the next thing, they're going to have to switch it again. And they're going to have to keep switching.
To each his own. Every individual is going to be different.
But do you understand? Do you understand there's no way they can accommodate everybody? They can't accommodate everybody.
I think medically you have to, Mike.
No, they can't. what you'll do is that these places, you'll be like, there'll be no press conferences. And it's not that big a deal for the NBA when somebody doesn't do a press conference. It's not that big a deal because they're marketable and they market themselves so well. A sport like tennis needs every star. They need every star to promote because we can't name, other than this girl, Serena and Venus.
Sport. Yeah.
It's
Andre
an individual
Agassi.
sport. Yeah, who hasn't played since the
Christina
80s.
Cavallari.
Who hasn't played since the 90s.
Venus and Serena. I just named 5.
And she's like, I don't want to do the press conference. And I agree with her. She should back away. Because if you can't do a press conference, if your anxiety is so bad you can't do a press conference before, but you can do it after, then you need to take a break.
But it's more than just the anxiety. I think I know we're focusing on we keep saying anxiety. It's more than anxiety. Sometimes we experience anxiety and we don't have a clinical we're not clinically diagnosed. This is a clinical diagnosis. And I'm not going to feed the monster here, Michael Shawn, or go too deep into it. But this is a clinical diagnosis. This is serious. We're talking about depression with it. So there's a lot of different layers to this. It's not just, we're nervous or, we got nervous energy. We have
you ain't got to break this down to me. I lost my entire livelihood because of my anxiety and my depression. I lost everything. So you ain't got to explain nothing to me. I sat in a dark room for 6 months and just tried to drink my life away. You ain't got to, y'all speaking to somebody who's going through it right now. So,
but your job did have reasonable accommodations.
No, they didn't because they fired me, dog. No, they fired me.
Initially, they didn't. That wasn't.
Yeah, because I was making the money, and it came to the point where they're like, it wasn't worth it. So guess what? You better get healthy. And I agree, she needs to back away. But guess what? These cameras are going to be there no matter what.
I'm just glad that when she comes back, that she has a plan to work with the tour to see how they can better work with the athletes. That normally doesn't happen, and hopefully the tour is open and receptive to to just working with the athletes on that aspect.
And the ratings dipped too since she's backed out. The numbers ain't the same.
So your money, your bag, all she asked for.
It was just not to do morning ones.
All she asked to do.
I talked to her after it's over.
And you couldn't grant that?
Look,
but all right. Reasonable.
What if they even talked to her and still had it allowed, but it affect her game and it affect her play?
It will.
I'm just saying, like, once again, everybody loses. It's not really a clear win-win on both sides, even though the machine seems to be the quote unquote the right person, but in theory they both need each other.
So I'm telling you, her getting healthy, she has to get healthy to deal with the situations. The situations can't change because guess what? When she does lose, let's say they feed into everything that she wants, right? They say they do it this way. When she does lose, these sharks are going to come to the press conference and start grilling her on, well, what's your excuse now for losing? What I'm trying to tell you is that if she doesn't solve this.
She never said it was for losing, no.
No, Jay, I'm not even going to let you.
It wasn't even an excuse.
Jay, but see, you don't listen to what I said. I said the media and see, this is what I'm.
But she's not saying I don't. She said I have this.
I'm trying to.
Order.
You know what, Jay?
She said I have this disorder prior.
I'm not even talking about her, Jay. I'm not even talking about. Talking
in general.
You're right.
Yeah, they can't.
Jay, you're not listening. You're not listening, Jay. Jay, I'm telling you, if she's
just
not,
how the pressure is going to be more if she comes back and she's not winning.
Thank you, Jay. Thank you. The media,
the media will pounce on her in a way that is nothing compared to what it is right now.
Right.
If it's bothering her now, she comes back and she loses, the media could literally kill her.
So my point being, she should take as much time as possible to get mentally healthy, because when she comes back, the media is going to be bigger and worse than ever. They're going to attack her even more severely. That's what I'm trying to say. So even if you make these adjustments, right? Let's just say you make all the adjustments that she wants, right?
Mm-hmm.
What the media is going to do then is that when she does the interview, when she chose, right? When she wants, they're going to be even harsher because they're going to hold it against her.
That she didn't talk to them earlier.
Yes, they do it all the time. That's why Barry Bonds and guys aren't in the Hall of Fame. Because
due to my mental,
media, not
so her
the
response,
the media, not the
her media,
structure.
So the
the
media,
structure,
hey, due to my mental health and my well-being, I chose not to do that. It wasn't best for me. And then they're going to come at that, and then she's going to keep. So what journalist is going to attack her?
Every last
depression,
one of them. Every last one of them. That's what the media does. They're sharks.
Now, what they were saying this morning on the news, they were trying to get the media to kind of go away from that option, to have sympathy for her situation with her being so young, and hope that collectively that the media would not pounce on her at all, because it's not the structure that's doing it. They're worried about the media.
What did Prince Charles say about why he took his wife from England? Because the media killed my mom.
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying get healthy, because I'm telling you, the media is never. Those cats are sharks.
Mm.
And
even
if she's
when
not,
you say the issue, wow, that's deep. Even when you say, hey, it's because of this, I get it if you being evasive and dancing around it, but they come out and say, look, it's because of this. They still going to repeat the
questions
same.
do they ask drug addicts when they come back? What's the first thing they start asking them? What's the first thing they start asking them when they come from rehab and athletes come from rehab? What's the first thing they start pouncing on?
Drugs. Have you done?
Have they used?
How long you been sober? Are you on the
sober?
verge of doing drugs again? Are you on the verge of doing this again? That's why I'm saying, girl, take as much time as you can, because no matter what happens, you're gonna have to deal with these people, and they're not kind people because all they want is a story. That's all they want.
Here, 5 a.m.
5 a.m. tomorrow morning? Or
5 a.m. You're number one. It's good to be number one. It really is. Then you don't get delayed. But yeah, you're number one on the list tomorrow.
Okay, that came out of nowhere.
I'm sorry. All right, 5 a.m. tomorrow.
Getting surgery at 5 a.m. tomorrow.
All right.
5 a.m.
Wait, is that for the arm surgery or the ball surgery?
That's for the arm surgery. I don't think
He's not getting the thing.
You're not getting that chop.
Not unless it's unknown to him. Maybe his wife might be able to.
I'm not getting a chop either. I saw
So my
somebody.
brother had it done, and he had it done in his 30s. Had 2 kids, and he said, they make you go in a cup like a week later to make sure your friends ain't your kids ain't you're still swimming, and you good to go.
I'll end it with this. I agree totally with the girl. If you're gonna be in the spotlight, these media folks, they're not gonna stop. Their history is perfect.
I just think she didn't have the background in the training. That's kind of what said. Serena was like, she didn't have she don't have the support. She don't have the system that a lot of these other players have.
Yeah, absolutely. And she doesn't have the power. She doesn't have what it is right now, where like you said, a Marshawn Lynch looked right at the camera and said, "I'm just here because I don't want to get fined."
You care.
And didn't care.
Yeah.
I'm just here because I don't want to. Or somebody says, "I'm not answering that question," and then another person asks the same question. Once again, I'm not answering that question.
Yeah.
Right.
And
now he's doing commercials. Go figure.
Right.
And now he's doing commercials because he was strong enough. The poor girl, I literally feel horrible for her, because it's like they smell blood. And and all the media is trying to say that she wants special treatment. And all I'm saying is, girl, stay away as long as you have to stay away.
Absolutely.
Until you got somebody, until you can go in that press conference and say, I'm not answering this, I'm not answering that. And this all stems from her supporting the Black Lives Matter. It all stems from her supporting George Floyd. It all stems from, and Dr. Umar, who went in on her. And Dr. Umar, you're embarrassing.
You should be ashamed of yourself.
You should be ashamed of yourself how you went in on her, because she should be playing for the Haitian She should be playing for the Haitian Olympic team, not the Chinese Olympic team. You're part of the media. You're part of the media that sent this girl into the spiral. But that's why I said, until she really has that support system, gets her balance, gets her balance, whether it be with prescription medicine, whether it doesn't have to always be drugs. It can always be natural sources also. And therapy where she's strong enough to face this because it's not going away, whether she does it before the game or after the game, before the match or after the match. And I'm telling you, those reporters are so vindictive that if they actually let her do the interview when she wants, they'll be more vindictive than ever when they come in there.
Yeah, that's true too. Yeah.
And nobody
shout out to
wins.
her for taking charge of her personal mental health and her stability and just choosing herself. That's a lot for somebody that young to know, like, hey, you know what? I got to choose me today. We spent a lifetime trying to figure that out. So big shout out to her.
Did you see
Like I
LeBron
said earlier, the fact she has 55 million in the bank doesn't
right. Like if she never hits another ball,
does she never hits another ball,
she does not.
Financially, she doesn't.
Right.
The greatest thing ever, but it matters if she wants to play again. The greatest thing ever, would be for her to never come back and say, y'all go handle that. I'll talk to y'all later.
Well, I mean, she left them and said, I see you when I see you.
I mean, she's a young girl.
That was very telling. That was very telling. It was like, I catch y'all when I catch you. If I do, I do. I don't, I don't. That was very telling. And that was a very strong statement from her.
And with this anxiety thing, let's remember, it's not just the media. There's a lot of people eating off of her that she was responsible for. There are a lot of people getting paychecks off of her that she is responsible for.
Right.
That whenever she wins, there are families getting fed. There are people taking percentages. There are companies making money. So there's more to this anxiety thing than just doing press conferences.
Right.
There's a ton of pressure on that girl that we will never know about, on who's sitting there going like this, like, listen, I don't live without this money. The company doesn't live. We gave you this. We gave you that. Once they gave you all this stuff, now she has to make sure they make money. Little girl, stay away as long as you want. And if you don't ever come back, if you financially secure, don't ever come back. Tell them to kick your ass.
Well, we got to wrap this show up because I got to go to sleep so I can wake up for this 5 a.m. surgery.
What? It's 5 a.m. tomorrow, J Black.
Yeah, I gotta get to sleep now.
This is going to be the first morning that J Black does not get to have Scrapple because you can't eat after midnight.
She said 9 p.m. or something. Then after 12, don't drink nothing.
That's best. Yes.
But anyway, 5 a.m. That means I gotta leave my house by 4:15. Jesus.
You'll be all right. You'll be all right. Don't
I had to take that's the time I had to take my mom. That is the best time to get it at 5 o'clock in the morning, because by like 2 o'clock in the afternoon,
you're gonna be hungry.
Yeah, she kept saying, trust me, you're glad. You should be happy to be first. I'm the very first. Was that good or bad thing, knocking me out first?
No, it's good. It's good because what happens is, you come in at 6 o'clock in the morning and then they don't bring you into the OR until 12. You're cranky, you're hungry. And then especially with the anesthesia, when you wake up, so just be glad that you are first.
It's so whack that these health insurance companies make trillions of dollars. Back in the day, you could come in at night, stay the night, then the next morning they would wake you up and they would take care of your situation. You still got to drive. Don't forget to hit up the South Side.
Yeah, I got to get that CBD oil. She hit me up with it too. I got to get some of this cream, this cream. Yeah, I'm gonna get it.
I got some from Colorado.
Wait a minute. Before we go, me and Cam were doing some research over the weekend, and we came across something.
Oh boy!
That we think everybody might want to be in on, because Jay Black is today. You getting your bacon?
I'm getting my bacon as soon as I smell it.
Well, over the weekend he couldn't. His wife wouldn't make the bacon, but we put surveillance cameras in Jay's house.
What?
And we got a picture of Jay making his bacon.
Yeah.
Me and Cam got this all together. Jay, we didn't know you had to sit up on the counter. I almost forgot. But yeah, you're not going to be here tomorrow. So we just wanted to share this. And hey, you're doing a good job. You graduate to Scrapple next.
Cooking my own bacon. Okay. Little short guy. That's what I'm doing. With my pants sagging.
Look at you. Grease all popping up in your face.
Idiots. Straight idiots.
Yeah, Shawty.
Y'all are funny.
This could be my last time y'all seeing me, and this is how y'all treat me.
Oh my goodness.
According to Mike, this is my last day on
We
earth.
gonna pray over you, Spanky. You gonna
Nobody
be
say all
fine.
that. Oh, he's so full of it.
Thanks, Mike.
You're so dramatic. You gonna be
Just trying to
fine.
tell the graduation story, please.
Yeah, she did. She
I
did.
got it. I got it. Yeah, it's some more that I told him, and he was like, "What?"
All right, so
Yeah,
tomorrow
we had to do it
we got Shawnee's graduation story. We'll be getting live check-ins from Jay Black because 5 a.m. Yeah, you should be.
That's 4 a.m. Texas time. So that's
Just make sure your wife gets some video footage. Like, hey, get some video footage.
Yeah, I'm calling your wife. I need her to. Yeah, I need that first wake up out of the anesthesia. I need all of that.
We need some of that ugly footage.
I need all of that.
Did you catch the doctor said that nurses be looking at you when you're naked? Did you catch that?
Mm-hmm.
I was like, whoa, that's a little weird.
They not gonna see nothing but bacon on you.
The male doctor,
bigger than that Scrabble. They gonna see that bigger than that Scrabble.
Well, everything will be fine, so I'm not gonna wish you luck. So everything
my last
Absolutely.
Strong.
You know what?
Everything will be absolutely fine. Jay Black will have a new rotator cuff.
We ain't printing out shirts and stuff for you.
My wife got the cricket. She making shirts.
All right. We ain't making shirts just yet.
No, the funny part is she needs the video. We don't even need the ugliness. We need the video of when they put you under and you're fighting it. And then you start talking nutty professor. And we will let her be the censor person. Like whatever she thinks is appropriate, we will run with.
They said she's only just dropping off. She can't be there because I don't. But yeah,
I thought the COVID was over.
Well, they just said she's just dropping off. She just
Jay lying. Don't go into that with him. He lying.
That's what Katie told me. Katie just told me that. Katie sound believable on the phone.
We should have asked why you had Katie on the phone.
Why we could hear her. She just said you had to be there at 5:00.
And then I asked her, I said, well, what time is the procedure? She said 6:30. So I got to be there an hour and a half early, and I guess they got.
So what that has to do with
She just says drop off. My wife, my son got to go to school too. Anyway, she can't be there.
I didn't hear anything about Katie saying that your wife couldn't come in or anything like that. She just gave you logistics.
They said no cameras allowed. Anyway, she said no cameras allowed.
We don't believe you. We don't believe you.
No cameras. She said. So.
I'm through, Lady Q.
All right, I got 10 down. I think Jay Black will be back on the show on Friday. I predict Friday. I think
he's gonna be struggling if he come Friday.
No, he's not. He's gonna come back being the same ignorant self. He'll be cool.
Yeah,
I just speak my mind. I'm not.
He's gonna be high. Y'all, he gonna be high.
He's just gonna be able to do like this when he's talking ish. Your arm
gonna be on the
sling. With that sling on. That sling is like some RoboCop. It's so big.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you gotta go to the rehab after that.
Mike, you know he gonna milk this. He gonna milk this recovery for a long time. But my arm hurts. I can't press the button.
I didn't think it was gonna be that bad till the doctor said it. To be honest,
it is. You got like about 3 months recovery time. Yep.
Happy face.
Kathy said nurses draw a happy face on patient's stomach for fun because he worked there. Jesus. All right. Wow. All right. Well, tomorrow, Jay's not here. He's got to do the rotator cuff surgery. I believe he'll be back on Friday morning. I think Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, we should have him back. But we'll be back up in here. Love me for who I am, not who you want me to be, because I can never be that and understand there's only one thing in life that's guaranteed. It will end. So enjoy every minute. Every second.
Thanks, Mike. It'll
end. Enjoy every minute. Every second.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Enjoy every minute. If something makes you laugh, laugh hard. No matter what.
Even if they decide to go in a new direction.
Even in a new direction. Oh, Jesus. Y'all are ridiculous.
The worst.
And protect your happiness. It's worth fighting for. It's Michael Shawn, Sexy Mo, Jay Black, Shawty Scott, DJ Cam. It's a TakeOver Legends. Yeah.
Michael Shawn and the TakeOver Legends, where nothing's off limits. Free Agent Radio.
Being.